Hollow. Literally, I know absolutely nothing about this game, so this is a horror game. This one's not advertising itself as a love story first thing off, but it is by the same. It is by these guys. They did save the princess and slay the princess rather. And that game's a hell of a lot of fun. So, Scarlet Hollow, here we go. Your name is. You live in the city of. I'm not doxing myself. Oh no. Hello. This is a horror game, so enjoy it. I'm just trying to think of somewhere I can put for a city that won't dox myself. There we go. I like that symbol. Anyway, select two. Oh, God. Okay. Hey, there is nothing wrong with Dommy Princess Lady. I'm going to get. People just like you, probably because you're a good person. Thanks for the nudge there. Well read and rational. And that's the well to make just to acknowledge and know when to use it. With a knack for picking up small details and empathetic. Okay, so no. Strange and unusual use it. No thanks. You can talk to animals. Animals can talk to you. A gift and a. Okay, I mean that sounds pretty fun. Can I change that? Okay. Good at lying, hard to lie to. No door can hurt. I'm gonna go with that. Keen eye and street smart. I have no idea how this is going to help or hinder me, so let's find out. Okay. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are awake again and still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where exactly this is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waiting world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops in seedy depots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself travelling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Pearl and Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt. So your aunt, then, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Fortunately, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyway, as I was saying... Oh no. He's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking at you without pause. You're not even sure he stopped when you started to doze off. At first you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. I was up in Maryland looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff, pushing joggers into the harbor. That's not prank stuff, that's assault. Pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. Dude, what's wrong with you? Dude, pushing joggers into the harbor, that's awful. What if they drowned? Yeah, I was such a shitade back then. I'm still a bit of a shitade, but hey, po body's perfect. So this girl comes up to us, swinging her purse, yelling about how she was going to call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. No, it wasn't. She actually hit my friend and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she really was mad and not just playing. But she kept swinging and soon enough she lost her balance and fell into the harbour all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh and fished her out. Her phone got soaked so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that. We've been on and off for about a year, so pretty serious. On and off for a year isn't serious, mate. Though about 5 months ago she tried to break up with me for real, and jeez, you ever just go mad you want to like kill somebody? I kind of feel like killing someone right now. I don't like horrible people waking me up to tell me about their horrible thoughts. What can I say? I'm an interesting guy. Why do I imagine this guy is like grown-up Steven Universe? Anyways, you'll get it when someone tries to break your heart, someone. It changes that person. Makes them think things they never thought they could. I honestly could have killed that woman. Ha! Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now, so I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it. Where is Scarlet Hollow anyway? I don't know if I'm like into that stuff, so I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. I've always wanted... He's not gonna be there for the... I don't like you. Do you love her enough to make this work? You were so worked up by the thought of losing her that you wanted to kill her, but now she's giving birth to a child you created together you're planning on running off. Even if you love her, think about whether that love is strong enough that you'd be able to handle raising a kid together. Think about how your actions are going to impact his life, and whether removing yourself would be better for him in the long run. Huh. Yeah. Good stuff to think about. Anyways, where did you say you were headed? Scarlet Hollow. Oh, the hollow, huh? That's what they call the hollows up in the mountains, you know? I had a couple buddies who... Of course you did. No, I'm sorry, you had buddies. I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work up in the mine. There's a coal mine up in the hollow, you see, and... It's a good job. There's always a job or two on the boards around here. I've never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are, thanks. But my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from either of them in a while now that I think about it. Spooky. I should see if they're on Facebook, see how they're doing up there. Hope they didn't die. Ha! What is wrong with this guy? He looks back at his phone, for once focused on something other than me. Oh, this is me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me to talk to. Oh no, I should imagine that'll be a problem. I might actually even be able to get some sleep. Actually, no, I don't think getting sleep was a problem, was it? Here, I have something for you. He presents you with a dripping bag of peanuts. Why is it dripping? I don't like peanuts. I don't know what... Is this normal peanut behavior? They're boiled peanuts. I got them at a fast gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. I'll take the peanuts. Hey, squirrel friend, you made it. Thanks. You're welcome. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. Don't get too cozy, you're not my friend. And just like that, the stranger is gone. Thank God. There we go. That ought to be good. Maybe you can finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow. End of the line. It's based on based on a real person. Oh God. You know what? At least it wasn't based on a random person they met on a bus in England. Because the random people you meet on a bus there are fucking weird. They talk slightly too loudly and they piss themselves. Almost there. Schedule. Arrives Monday, 11 AM. Departs Monday, 11:01 a.m. That's it. So I'm here for a week. The bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. The sign at least reads bus station, but calling that feels disingenuous. At best, at best, it's a kiosk. I can't make words straight today. Though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. Only the song by Nirvana was about the. I've never listened to all that much Nirvana. Obviously, I know Teen Spirit and a couple of others that I would recognize if they came on, but it's not a singer. It's not a band I've ever sat down and listened to. The driver quickly shuts the doors behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you and this place behind. And it's Dedra from Andor. Uh, I got distracted, okay? Hey, Tangie. You instantly recognize the worn young woman from the few public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha. And she looks annoyed to be. You know what? Mate, that makes two of us. Um, I don't know what happened to Elden Ring, okay? Here's the thing about. Hey, look, here's the thing I'm running into with Elden Ring. I can't tell where the game wants me to go next. I really need to have a walkthrough pulled up, and that feels kind of cheap. Um, Peanuts? I got them from the bus. You hold out the dripping bag of peanuts off. You know what? You know what? I'm glad my cousin actually does kind of look like me. What? Put those away. Why would I want your wet peanuts? Come on, let's go. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW. Oh god, she's a twat. She drives a BMW. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. I'll pick up Elden Ring again at some point. Like, honestly, if I was still doing 2 or 3 streams a week, I would probably still be playing it, but I have a full-time job now. So, it doesn't take much time before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she... Hey, Adora. Okay. So same rules as, Princess. I guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club now, huh? Your cousin turns to stare at you with an icy hatred in her eyes. Maybe this would have worked to ease the tension if she were someone else. Hey, thank you for dropping in, Katie Bryan. Uh, oh, I'm looking forward to this. And hey, if you get an opportunity to drop back in, I'll probably be here. And if not, I'll put the stream. When I put it on YouTube, I'll put the stream in the Discord so you can enjoy it in full or not. See if I care. You do what brings happiness to your life, and if I get to be there, then that's pretty nice. She turns back to the road, her expression unforgiving. How are you holding up? Fine. You don't have to hide how you're feeling around me. We're family, even if we just met. Look, I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine. Really. So, the funeral. It's on Sunday, right? Yep. Like I told ya. Need any help planning? If you ever need help with errands or scheduling, feel free to ask. I know this stuff isn't easy. It's actually been fine. I just needed this coffin and somebody to dig the hole. Okay. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you. Someone used to cramped apartments in great cities. Your mother always told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you. A jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it perched upon the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the flesh. I'm going to try that again. You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold and into the foyer. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges, so they're not cemented into place then, and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I won't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. Floors tend to give out. You're here for me. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen. And the hallways, I guess. Novels are game. Oh god, this game does a thing. Okay, can I turn that off in this game? Um. Uh. No. Save. For God's sake. But. References, maybe? Uh. No. No, can't turn it off. Okay, this game does the same thing as Save the Princess, where right clicking brings you to the pause menu, so that's gonna be a problem. Uh. No, yeah. Hey, visual novels are fun, okay? Visual novels are fun in and of themselves. The only you need to use the only hallways you need to use are the ones to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. Place is falling apart. This place. Oh, so you're the expert on how to take care of a mansion all of a sudden? Not as easy as you'd think, okay? It takes a lot of time and resources. What you see right now is still livable, so mind your own damn business. Let's get this tour over with. Follow me. You put your bags down? Oh, some cheeks are gonna get clapped soon, I'm sure. And follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen! One day, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name's Janie. Wouldn't recommend socializing with her, she'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. I have peanuts! Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream, those are off limits. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. What if I want ice cream? Awesome! Awesome! I love PBJ. How did you know it was one of my favorites? That smile can't be real. Oh, I got an achievement for making her smile. I didn't, but good for you. It's nice. It's a kitchen. What's next? Bathroom. Follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. Hello! It's adorable. Oh. I will. Nah? Oh, goddammit, Automod. There we go. Maybe I should just turn Automod off. Ah. I will call the cat Loki. Pet the cat. Before following your cousin down the hall, you decide to pet the cat. She bites you hard and hisses violently. Tabitha sighs. As you've now learned, you should not pet Frou Frou. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. Sorry, Frou Frou. Come on, bathroom's down the hall. You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. Guest bathroom. Not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must if you must. It is a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor, and I can hear flies! Are you sure this toilet works? Yeah. Why wouldn't it? The water bills get paid, therefore the toilet works. Go do your business so we can move on. But it's so crusty. It's fine. Don't be so dramatic. Alright, let's lift the seat. Bugs skitter for the bowl as you lift the seat. Use the facilities. I'll just hover. I'll just do the hover. You do what you do what you must and rejoin your cousin out in the hall. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour. Follow me. We briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest bedroom. The room smells old. Dust, mildew, wood rot, has it all. A week of sleeping in this place might give you permanent lung damage. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. I had to endure a half-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you'd better be grateful. The closet is all family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. Should be empty. What's with all the boxes? Old family stuff. What kind of family stuff? Unimportant family stuff. Oh, this room is amazing. Way nicer than I'm used to. Can't say I'm surprised. Each and every piece of furniture in this room is a genuine antique, handed down through the family for generations. This is not an IKEA bedroom or whatever such nonsense you're used to in the city. I guess I'll start to get settled. Follow me. I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. There was bad blood between our mums, but there doesn't have to be between us. I don't know, I'm going in blind. It's a horror game, I know that much. I don't know what happened when my mum left, but that has nothing to do with me. You asked me to come here, but you're acting all pissed off that I actually came. Can't we just start fresh? Now it's just us. Look, I'm sorry I've been testy since you've gotten here, but you aren't exactly one to talk. You've been a horrible guest. Maybe we can start fresh tonight or something. Stay out of my hair until then, okay? I have work to do. I won't keep you, but we should hang out when we get back. We'll see. There's a lot needs to get done this week. My cousin leaves through the front door and slams the fucking door while she's at it, ungrateful bitch. Now it's just you and this sprawling, decrepit estate. PB&J sounds great right now. You haven't had a thing to eat all day. The only things louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of the ancient place. PB&J sounds like exactly what you need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. Hey, Frou-Frou. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful PB&J. It's a daunting task, given the state of the place, but the aggressive howls of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. To get started, you'll probably need to find some peanut butter, some jelly, bread, a plate, and a knife. Okay, well, let's search the cabinets. This cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware, and oddly enough, the utensils. What's wrong with the drawers? Well, let's grab a plate and a butter knife. Examine the mug, actually. It reads, I was blown away at Blowing Rock, North Carolina. So your aunt and cousin actually traveled sometimes, even if it was only a few hours from the estate. So we are in North Carolina. Disgusting. Maybe you can route your return trip through Blowing Rock. It might be nice to see the local sights before heading home. And let's examine the shot glass. It reads, I survived Deb's 50th. Your aunt's name was Pearl Ann. This wasn't from her 50th. Dommy means to have a dominant streak, especially within the intimate realm of your life. From the few stories you heard of your mum, Pearl Ann wasn't the type to have kitschy friends who gave out themed shot glasses at their birthday parties. Maybe it belongs to Janie. You imagine she might need an alcoholic beverage to get her through cleaning this place, especially with Tabitha's sour face peering over her shoulder. Yeah, you should have been on Tumblr back in the day, man. Okay, so we have our plate and our butter knife. Uh, so PB and J. So the J will be in the fridge. As you approach as you approach the fridge, your eyes catch a note taped to the door reading Janie stay out in all caps. Below it, in separate handwriting, are the words Okie dokie. You open the fridge. You already feel a deep urge to wash your hands, even though you have yet to touch anything other than the handle. Ooh, let's examine the old takeout. Why did you do that? What were you expecting? Oh, wow, that's unpleasant. That's unpleasant. This takeout container is disgusting beyond words. A liquefied mess wholly congealed in a styrofoam shell. You can't even tell what it used to be. This substance doesn't just smell bad, it smells ancient. But you can't see, but there is a second option here. Let me just... Uh, let me just... The other option is... that. What am I gonna do, squirrel friend? What am I gonna do, squirrel friend? Eat it. Damn straight I'm gonna eat it. Okay, let me just lock this back into place here. Um... Gonna do a quick save here. What is wrong with me? What kind of horrible goblin would do this? You think to yourself as you dip your hands into the goop. It's thicker than expected, almost spongy. You scoop some into your wretched claw of a hand and slowly bring it towards your mouth, allowing its musk to permeate your senses before the slime fills your mouth. It tastes like rot, like the smell of decaying mulch and burning leaves and fish heads festering on the beach. It feels even worse, like your mouth is full of slugs. You can almost feel it writhing in there, although perhaps that's just your own tongue, convulsing in disgust at what you've done. You've you've made a horrible mistake. Spit it out. You spit out the glob of slime into the sink and rinse your mouth out for what seems like half an hour. Though your tongue burns slightly and a slippery film still coats your teeth, you start to feel clean again. Your body shudders, thanking you for freeing it from what surely would have been a dark fate. Okay, let's take the jelly. Lucy's jelly. Grape flavor. You reach for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly, carefully checking its expiration date. It's recent. This was either purchased specifically for you or is one of the few things in this kitchen Tabitha actually uses. All you need now is some bread and peanut butter. Better close the fridge and keep looking. You probably shouldn't, but a part of you has to know how old that mayonnaise is. Hey, that video was the funniest fucking thing the first time I saw it, okay? You pick up the jar. It's labeled flaking in your hand. It expired 10 years ago. This jar is mayonnaise, is old enough to graduate the 5th grade. Unfortunately, yes. That one wasn't so funny. Best put it back and never forget you ever saw it. Let's close the fridge. Okay, pantry. That's where it would make sense for bread to be. Tabitha sure loves her mac and cheese. Look closer. You squint into the darkness of the pantry. Behind the molded bread, a single book lies forgotten, a thin layer of dust collected on its cover. You pick it up. At Home Gourmet. Calf's Brain Aspic. Bookmarked. Teddy's favourite. Serve on toast or with plain crackers. Both calf's brain and aspic. What is aspic? Aspic is a savoury gelatin made with a meat stock or broth set in a mould to encase other ingredients. Hmm. I think someone should show Gordon Ramsay this, and let's see what new swear words he manages to come up with. I'm not putting my ass on the internet again, okay? Uh, not this time. Uh, both calf's brain and aspic are unappetizing enough on their own, and you can only imagine how vile the combination of the two would be. What kind of person would call this their favorite food? No wonder your mum ran far, far away from this place. Have taken it down, okay? It's not there anymore. You shut the book and put it back in its place. Uh, no, I'm not doing that again. Okay, let's take the peanut butter. The king of nut butters, GIF. And only 3% of each jar is made of mashed up cockroaches. All you need now is some bread. Let's just examine the mac and cheese for a second. You pick up a box of Tabitha's mac and cheese. Can't say you've ever seen the brand before. Uh, put it back. I'm not putting the dead mouth in there. Staying away from the mac and cheese was one of your cousin's hard rules, and she already seems to not like you. So, let's just put it back. You put the box back where you found it, reluctant to make things worse than they already are. Let's take the bread. You pick up one of the non-moldy loaves of bread. Great. One step closer to a satisfying snack. This is the last ingredient needed to make your PB&J. Time to get to work. You close the pantry door as best you can and turn back to the rest of the kitchen. Let's make that PB&J. Despite the state of this horrendous kitchen, you have successfully combined your three ingredients to make yourself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Congratulations. You can feed yourself. A job well done. All of that hassle and it took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. Let us approach Fufu. The cat hisses as you draw near but remains firmly in place. This is clearly Fufu's spot on the counter. Back away. Well, let's check out the garden. Oh, this garden was reclaimed by wilderness long ago. It might not be very safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? Explore. You wander further into the garden. Right out here. Into the kitchen. Okay, I'm done here. What do I want to do next? Investigate the forbidden wings. With Tabitha gone, there's no one stopping you from going into the forbidden winds of the estate. Except for the lock and chain sealed shut. An insurmountable obstacle for most, but a mild inconvenience for you. As the lock falls, the door moans open. The door's okay. I'm assuming this must just be no, because we're set in North Carolina. Because if it was moaning, this would make sense because that's sort of a British world, like we're having a moan about the weather or whatever, or the sports. Um, in America, it tends to mean something else. As the locks fall, the doors moan open, revealing the entrance to what must have been an incredibly lavish ballroom. Faintly in the distance, you can hear the quiet noises of an old piano playing from another room. The forbidden wings are yours to explore. Enter. You can see why your cousin warned you against coming here. Deep caches tear across the floor, and years of detritus have turned what once must have been a magnificent and open ballroom into a tight, claustrophobic maze. The piano you heard through the doorway has grown louder, and you feel pretty confident that it's coming from the other side of the obstructed glass door ahead of you. It's probably just a self-playing model. Maybe you aren't alone here as you thought. Let's try to clear the furniture. You head back towards the degree-blocked doorway. Though you try with all of your might, it's just too heavy for you to do anything more than budge it. Well, let's examine the painting. It's a family tree. Angry black scratches cover the place where your mother should be. Okay, where is she? Well, okay, let's leave. You return to the entrance of the sealed wing and carefully reattach the lock. After what you've seen and heard in the ballroom, you must weigh how much longer you should even stay in the estate on your own. Might as well head into town. You drop your bags off in your room and head out to explore town. If you'd have known how you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop. Especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you could wipe the slate between the two of you clean and bury some of the tension. Though, maybe her mother's funeral isn't the time for something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. It's really pretty out here. Finally, you made it back to town. The holler, as like, hey, it was $30 for this and the princess, okay? The holler, as this guy in the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusted with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Richard, come back! Quick, fluttering speakers. Sorry about that. Hello? Mothman! Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to be loose and cause havoc. Pug! He's so cute. I don't love pugs, but she's cute. Man, she is cute. Sure, most of her teeth have fallen out and got a couple of weird grooves, but for a 17-year-old pug, that's pretty good. It's amazing. It's incredible. It sure is. I'm hoping she beats the current record holder and makes it to 19. Or better yet, 20. The more time we get together, the better. Isn't that right, Gretch? What I'm doing. I got caught up in the excrement of meeting you. Oops. I got so caught up in the excitement of meeting someone new that I entirely forgot. I'm Stella. Often I see a strange face up in the hall. Every now and then there's a new pop of cold folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. Why do you blush? Not in the town for the Scarlet funeral, are you? Yep. Okay, let me fix that. Is that better? If I talk now, is this a better volume balance? Okay, sweet. Just got into town today. Wow, didn't think there'd be anyone else coming. Are you staying with Tabby? How's she holding up? Haven't seen her since Pearl Land passed. Or for a while before that, now that I think about it. Even though we just met a couple. I'm sorry, did you just say Tabby? I can't imagine Tabitha ever going by something so bubbly. Hang on. There we go. She did back when I knew her better. It's been a while. I hope she's okay. She's putting on a front. She's been icy, but it's always been a little rough around the edges. To be honest, it's always been hard to tell if that's just the way she is, or she's been putting on an act her whole life. I think she's been up in that old mansion all by herself. It'll probably be good for her now that you're there, even if she doesn't think so herself. How long have you known her? Quite a long time. The town's really small, so everyone knows Hey, the pug's 17! Leave him alone. Tabby and I got a little close when we were both in the school's production of A Midsummer's Night Dream. I was Puck and she was Mustard Seed. As you might expect, she moves more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. Oh, they dated. But then she graduated, and that was that. Oh, if you just got to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee, and they have amazing biscuits. My treat. Okay, Stella. Sure. Here's the town. Come on. Get on the coil, you bastard. There we go. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. In contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate, the diner is filled with the comforting din of human life. All of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered the establishment. Hey everyone, I'm Tangie, just in time for the funeral. Uh, the what now? I didn't know. I have not got that. And that's probably would not be terms of service if I did. So before anyone I can respond, we casually slide into a booth, pretending the whole town didn't just gawk at you like a sideshow attraction. Looks like your entrance was a little. Looks like your entrance was a little more dramatic than you were expecting. I die. Folks around here don't meet many strangers as is. And with who you're related to, well, let's just say you'll be the talk of the town for a while. I'm not smoking. I'm vaping. There's a difference. As you settle into the booth, you can't help but pick up some of the murmurs of conversation around you. I'll listen in. Stella turns to Gretchen while you take a quick look around the diner. At the counter, two policemen and a woman, you assume to be the owner, shoot sidelong glances in your direction while whispering to each other. Vivian's kid. Never thought we'd actually meet her. Looks so much like her. Oh yes, those eyes are unmistakable. That haunted look. Always thought it'd go away when she finally got out of this town, but I guess unhappiness was baked into her DNA. A young mother and her syrup-stained child sit at the table across from you. See, the trouble is, I think the water vapor kind of builds up in the alveoli and then they kind of clean out from the bottom up. And I like talking in sort of my upper registers, so. I'm not doing anything! I'm just clearing it out from the last one. Gonna take a minute, okay? Mommy, who's that? Don't stare, Tulip. That's Miss Tabitha's cousin. Oh, so that's why she looks so sad. I would look sad if I had to have Miss Tabitha as a cousin. Do you think Tabitha's cousin is mean too? I don't know. I'll find out next time I go visit Miss Tabitha. Are you gonna finish your pancakes? They're almost cold, sweet pea, and we've got to get home to help Daddy. Oh, God. In the far back corner, a man sits alone at a small table, since he's sipping coffee and reading a paper. Ugh. Why the strangers wander in a town of gorgeous blonde ladies of an appropriate age? Why is it always cowboys, pugs, and whippersnappers? Yeah, look. I feel like I've got gorgeous blonde lady down, but you know, Angel, there's a bit of an age gap. Yeah. Lastly, a group of coal miners sit hunched around the corner booth, readily scarfing down heaping plates of food. That's the boss's cousin. There's that funeral this week, if I'm remembering right, for old Miss Pearl Ann. May she rot in peace. Oh, let the great lady rest, Lloyd. One shouldn't speak ill of the dead, no matter how foul they were. Especially before they've been so much as laid to rest. You'd been a man in her heyday, you'd be speaking ill too, Tommy. He's right. Nastiest woman I've ever met. That Tabitha's a blessing compared to her. Curse the whole lot of her, may every Scarlet burn in hell. That's enough of that. Hey, Stella, I went ahead and fixed you up a coffee. They gracefully place a cup of specially brewed coffee in front of Stella. Thanks, Avery. And here's some bacon for the little lady. Oh! Cute. And then for you. Uh, biscuit and coffee. Heard they were really good. Best in the county. Avery pours the fragrant brew into the empty mug in front of you. They linger after pouring your coffee, turning to you nervously. Oh, and I'm, sorry for your loss. Before you have the chance to respond, they're gone. Glad you took my advice with the biscuit. Won't regret it. Anyway, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? That gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I'm trying to think if there are any cool events going on this week. There's always a reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyway. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night, so that's a fun thing to look forward to. And there's the weekly Sunday potluck. I'll be right after the funeral too, so it'll be a special occasion. Does the pot look like a church thing? Would it be weird for me to come if I'm not a member? No, it's hosted by the library. The Sunday thing is coincidental. Not too many people go to church around here, if I'm being honest. I get that. I'm not one of the church-going persuasion. No. Same for me. Whatever gets feeling some folks get in church, I think that must be the feeling I get when I look up at the sky on a night hike. The feeling of peace and... I'm adopting Stella as my spirit animal. But that's not to say we're not a town of heathens or anything like that. There's plenty of God-fearing folks around that just aren't fans of the church. The building's okay, but the pastor's another story. There's something a little off about the guy. You'll get what I mean if you ever meet him. Okay, got it, he's a paedophile. And unfortunately, you probably will. Anyway, those are all the big events I can think of. As for the day-to-day, any idea how you want to kill time the rest of the week? You have something in mind? Something's telling me this is a loaded question and you've got something in mind. Was I being that obvious? My job means I get to spend a lot of time in the woods with the camera, and it's always better when someone else is there to... Biscuit! Winnie says it's on the house. She sends her condolences. Oh, you didn't have to do that. Looks great. You didn't have to do that. Really, you didn't have to do that. Stella was paying. You, it's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles at your touch. Buttery warmth emanates from its surface. You take a bite. It melts in your mouth as if it was nothing but butter suspended in a thin matrix of gel. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. You know what? Yeah. Whoa. This is a really good biscuit. Wow. So glad you like it. Avery lingers for a moment. So, has Stella mentioned she's famous? Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. Look, if you're not going to go around tooting your own horn, you're tooting your own horn. You know I'm going to do it for you. I'm a YouTuber. Oh my god. What kind of videos do you do? You hunt cryptids. Really check out her channel, Tangie. It's amazing. I think the best video to start with would be that river one, not the lake, but you know, the controversial one. Oh yeah, the Catawba River Runner. I didn't expect much out of that footage at the time, but it wound up being my most popular video by far. It got a whole 13 views. So the River Runner is a cryptid that's only known from a single sighting. Two Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird going on in the Catawba River, and that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera. Stella pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in a river. Despite the shaky camera footage, you can clearly make out the shape of the creature's head and relative body proportions. You're pretty sure it's a cat, and a big one at that. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that's the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I've seen. I've also had people saying it was a dog or even a capybara that must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. I'm still not sure what it was, and I'm just the one who saw the thing with my own two eyes. Looks like a... I don't know whether to be honest, if that's going to ruin it for her or something, or if um I should look. You know what? I'll just throw in my 2 cents. It looks like a big cat. A little kitty ears right there. Maybe it's a mountain lion. There are no. It's absolutely not a mountain lion. There are no mountain lions this far east. I did a whole video on the Appalachian mountain lion myth and found Jack Squat, and there's no reason one would be swimming in the river like this. There's no fancy water. And the body is too long. No way. I'm a fan of the capybara for your theory. Not like any local sanctuaries were missing one, but there's always people keeping exotic animals as pets. Kind of a sewer gator type situation. Exactly. Some exotic pet owner set it free and now it will forever roam the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if maybe you'd want to come along. Pretty easy one this week, we wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after that. Wait, no spoilers. Sorry, Avery. It's okay, I should probably get back to it instead of standing around with friends. See you around. Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after Skunk Ape! What's Skunk Ape? Like Bigfoot, but smellier. Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida, but while I was doing the research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town claimed to have seen one on her deck playing tug of war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. What do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against the darkening sky, that sort of thing? Shit, okay. I'd love to come along. That's great. It's been a while since I've had anyone besides Gretchen out there with me. This is going to be a lot of fun. I actually started this channel with a couple of buddies of mine back in middle school, so it's kind of like a blast from the past. Me, Kanika, and Reese running around in the woods, flipping over rocks and bothering salamanders. Whoa! That was a... I just inhaled a chunk of ruffle. Ah! Hey, that was not the vape this time, okay? I'm eating waffles. A chunk tried to go down the window. Our videos were terrible, but we had a lot of fun, and that's all that mattered to us. You know, that gets me thinking. I wonder if they'd be down to come along with us, get the gang back together. Though I guess Kanika has to close out the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's a no-go. But Reese, I think there's a pretty chance we could get him to come out of his hidey hole if he's up for it. You mind if I make a quick call? Ella pulled out her phone. Reese, dude, what's up? Feels like it's been forever. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want me to come by or? Okay, if you're really sure, but if you change your mind. Oh, I was just calling to ask if you wanted to come out of the woods tonight. I met somebody cool in town today. He's Tabitha's cousin. I know. Yeah, just here for the week. Anyway, we're going out to look for skunk ape. We can take the easier trails if that'd help. Dang, man, that sounds awful. I hope you take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week and we can have a more low-key hang. How's that? Yeah, I'll bring her. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Looks like it's just you and me, pal. Is he okay? He's not feeling well, that's all. He's had a lot going on in the past 10 years or so, but I feel like it's gotten a lot worse recently. I can't remember the last time I saw him leave his house. Oh well, it's not my place to talk about, really. I just got a little excited thinking about having him along again. He's hilarious, you'd love him. We should swing by his place sometime this week. I'd love to meet your friends. Awesome, I'll make it happen. He's definitely the trickier one to meet. Kaneko is much easier to track down since she's at the general store basically every day. But friendship can wait. We've got Skunk to hunt. So we should probably head out if we want to make it up to the mountain before it's too dark. I'm fine. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. Popsicles? What? I've never heard that phrase before. I'll be fine. I will be fine. You pause before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. I will leave a generous tip. You reach into your pocket and pull out a crumpled fiver. You know it's a bit more than one would expect to get from such a short dining experience, but you might as well share the wealth while you've got it. You smooth out the bill before placing it on the table inconspicuously. Oh, that's awesome of you. Avery will appreciate that, I'm sure. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. You feel more alive than I've been in years. The fall breeze passing through the leaves, the orange hue of the setting sun painting the horizon, the promise of excitement ahead. No, I will not push her off the hill! It's been a while since you felt this in the moment, this present. The world around you feels almost magical. For a mythical creature to actually manifest itself in front of you, it would fit perfectly in this world. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record since last year. Well, I mean, there's also the. I mean, the words I said were "I will not," and it hasn't given me the option to yet. So, um, like if this was Elden Ring, you might have you might have a point. I'm not having this argument. You made me do all of it. We're not having this discussion again. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet until the next summer. Always finds their way to be so much worse. Just Nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change, like normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. You ever... Do you ever hunt for things that aren't cryptids, like ghosts and whatnot? Demons, werewolves? Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. Never had much luck though, especially when it came to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go into all sorts of old abandoned buildings hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity, but nothing ever happened. It was always just me and my camera in an old house getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all's said and done, I'm just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, and I can't rule out the possibility that there really are true hauntings out there. But if there are, I as heck haven't seen any myself. You're from, you're from outer space. Where did you land? Where on earth did you land? Where is your landing site? Werewolves are kind of lumped in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there actually were people out there who turn into animals, but werewolf lore lines up pretty well with the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, well, I don't know. I don't even want to consider the possibility that they exist, because if they really are out there, a lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. Let's hope all of that's just bunk, am I right? What about aliens? Don't even get me started. Did you see those UFO videos the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real. They have absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. You don't even see... You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real. Heck yes, aliens are real! I knew we had a connection. I know somebody who heard a story from this trucker in Fayetteville. His truck stopped in the middle of the road, just shut down completely, even though he had a full tank of gas. And suddenly, it looked like daylight outside. He could see cows out in the field and there's birds in the sky. Then this metallic egg thing appeared, floating in front of his truck. He passed out, and when he woke up, he was missing one of his pinkies. It was like it had never been in there, just smooth skin. I know it's just a second-hand source, but there's plenty more like it, and if they are true, I'm convinced. Makes sense to me. For sure, and even if this one's hogwash, because there's a lot of evidence out there. What's the weirdest thing you've seen out here? Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing a baby bird's out of a nest and eating. Ew! You're a herbivore! I don't think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of other deer doing it, so I'm not sure if it counts as weird anymore. Oh, Tetanus Lake! That's definitely the weirdest. It's 5 foot deep, 30 foot wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage with grass and trees growing on it, so you could barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. It was practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you could still fall through it if you weren't careful, hence the name. Okay, there are a couple of counters to that. Number one, um, there is the theory of warm universe, where basically a few million years after the Big Bang, um, there the entire universe would have, like, the cosmic background radiation basically would have been in the regime that liquid water can exist. Um, and the ingredients for life also possibly could have existed by then, because you had very large, fast-burning stars at that time because of the difference in, like, pressure, temperature, all of that stuff. Basically means the entire universe. Yeah. Okay. Specifically, extraterrestrials coming to Earth. Here's something to consider. Have you ever heard of the jungle theory? Or dark forest, it's also called. Basically, the idea is we don't hear from extraterrestrial life basically the theory goes, it's out there, and they're there and they're spacefaring, and they shut the fuck up. And if we're lucky, the first message we receive from extraterrestrial life will be, shut up, they can hear you. The theory is there's something out there that basically sees even the existence of a spacefaring civilization is it enough of a threat, because when it comes to interstellar war, it's a thing. Well, it's a hypothesis, you know. Um. Well, yeah, hypotheses prove nothing. It's an interesting thing. But that's the thing. Different hypotheses that explain the same fact are worth considering. Um. And we'll figure out which one's closest to the truth when we have more data. Which hopefully it'll be soon. Please come on. First contact soon. That is true, but just remember, absence of evidence in favor is not inherently evidence against. That's something that is very worth remembering. Like functionally, functionally, yes, it is worth going about our lives as if there were not aliens about to arrive, because there is no evidence that there is. But this also the only evidence that we are in fact alone is that we haven't had contact yet. It would only take one point. It would take one point of evidence. That's my point. No point of evidence either way. It would only take one point of evidence to prove or disprove it. Um, function, like I said, functionally, it's not worth changing like the way we live to like as if they're about to come in force or whatever. But it's fun to throw hypotheses around, and I think it would be comforting to know that we're not fucking on our own. Okay. Like belief and non-belief is like, if you want to believe your brand of nonsense, there's nothing wrong with that. It's when it starts affecting your life and the life of the people around you, that's when it starts becoming a problem. Okay. Also for the lad da da da. Okay, let's move on. I heard that. Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old muck. Same to you, Stella. You're always jumping at nothing, girl. The universe is a incredibly large place. Even if complex life and intelligent life is an extremely narrow path to walk, a path that we are frankly we are still walking. We're half a threat of nuclear annihilation. Um, we are one planet among orbiting one star of hundreds of billions in one galaxy of trillions. As for whether aliens have actually visited, be nice to think they did. Um, but yeah, no evidence. But they're out there. That's all. That's all. That's all. That's as far as I'm going. They are out there. Whether they visited us, that's a different matter. Okay. Yeah. Now, what the hell are you looking for way out here, Skunky? Sorry, I asked. Who's this you've suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick. Is that? Yep. Welcome to the holler. My condolences, I'll keep you in my prayers. Another stranger, another opportunity for a salty introduction. Peanuts? I'm all set, thank you. Now both of you will head back onto town. Best you steer clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter and I wouldn't appreciate it if a couple of fools with a camera scare away the more sensitive wildlife. Why are you hunting tonight? Something told Harry? Something musky? Anything like that recently? Wouldn't you like to know? Never could stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put up with the damn camera down. Come on, Duke. Maybe I could help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. Uh, Shunkabungas! That's next week's video. Something's been getting at my chickens. I've lost 3 this week and I can't afford to lose many more than that. I'm sorry to hear that. But I wonder if Skunk Ape has a chicken. Now see, this is why I don't come to you about this thing. This ain't no Skunk Ape, whatever the hell that is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's those damn mountain lions! They're out there! I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. Those sons of bitches are sneaky. Of course you wouldn't find one in any one night of tracking, and I know for a fact that's what's been getting at my chickens. Couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There haven't been an actual sighting since the 1990s, and even those were iffy. Can't believe you go out there on your YouTube saying some river monster spotted by a couple school-age Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed, yet Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You made me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video. They were calling me all kinds of names just for seeing things with my own eyes that I know to be true. Um, I'm sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just don't think it's plausible. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. Yeah, it's a little tiring. It's fine though. And if you two don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. Okay, we'll go home. What? Good, I'm glad you've got some sense. I'll need someone like that on. But I've got to film tonight. The video needs to be out by tomorrow evening so I can keep on schedule. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor, and who knows what that'll mean for my career. No, Stella, we should leave. We should leave, and we shouldn't come back. You wink at Stella as subtly as you can. She picks up what you're putting down. All right, Duke, maybe you've got a point. Come on, Tangie. Let's go back into town. My viewers won't be too angry with me. You two run along now and stay safe. Well played, Tangie. You really threw him off the trail by pretending we're going back into town. Now go on. I know how we can loop around without him noticing. We sure fooled him. Sorry if I was a bit much. I just wanted to seem convincing. You're great. He'll know. Yeah, he won't, because you didn't bloody expect a thing you'd. But you don't have to worry about him finding us out there either. I've gone tracking with Duke before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the trees when he walks. Even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he hears us. Trail's just up this way. Let's go. Alright, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? As night falls, my new assistant, the mysterious Tangie, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive, yet pungent, skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back in once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellas. I can take that camera off your hands for now. We'll be able to start tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. In the meantime, we get to take in all of this gorgeous scenery. Breathtaking. The air is so fresh and clean, I feel like I'm breathing for the first time. It is. Glad you came out here. Gretchen has no appreciation for beautiful mountain vistas, and it gets old saying wow into the empty expanse every time I come out here. Nice to have someone to say wow with. I like that. Uh-oh. Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, percussive snort. What was that? No need to panic. That's just the sound a deer make when they want to... Or, that's just the sound deer make when they want to warn the rest of their herd about big scary predators like us. Let's check it out. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. A single deer remains behind. Oh. Hmm. You poor thing, look at those tumors. A single deer remains behind, staring into the beam of light while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness, and then it's gone. Please, Gretchen, calm down, you're gonna hurt yourself. She can't handle deer. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato, and they don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? There was something wrong with that deer. Did you see its face? No, I have not seen those. I'd rather not see those ever, to be honest. Now that you mention it, there was something a little off. I bet it was an abscess, maybe a tumor. Not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Thing. Please do not send me the pit. Fine, you're going to do it anyway. Well, I'm ready for the hunt. How about we take a quick snack break? A quick snack break to fuel up, and then we get right into the night's activities. I got all the best trail snacks. Trail trail mix with extra M&Ms. Trail mix. Classic choice, never fails to satisfy. I like to mix my own to make sure it has the best stuff, and I use dried cherries instead of raisins. Wow, that actually sounds like good trail mix. Like I'm not really a trail mix kind of person. In the UK, UK mountaineering, they use Kendall mint cake. Maybe it's a bit of a controversial take, but even as someone who's passionate about dried foods, I simply cannot abide raisins. I can't say I have a horse in this race. It's all food. It will nourish my body in the coming hours. That's fair. Food's food. But dried cherries are the best, and that's just a fact. Aw. You and Stella settle down on an overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sounds of evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws a stick, distracted for the time being. So, tell me what it's like in bloody cold. Do you have a house, apartment? Live with family, roommate, pets? Tell me what it's like to be Tangie. I live in an apartment with a difficult roommate. I didn't find this guy, an old roommate of mine had him move in, then they left and just stuck me with him. Not the worst roommate I've ever had, so I just can't complain too much. The biggest issue is his complete lack of respect for any boundaries. Sleeps on the couch in the common area most nights, always unclothed. He steals bites of my food, which he thinks he's being really sneaky about, but there's nothing sneaky about taking a huge bite out of a freshly made sandwich when there's only two of us living there, even if I'm in the other room when it happens. Oh, I hate that! Ew! Like, on one level, you would think the idea of having something living inside you be disgusting, but then you have to remember you've got about like a pint and a half of gut bacteria that you couldn't live without, so I will not imagine that thing. Fuck, I imagined that thing. I would pay someone else to do it for me. Actually, you know what? No, I would pay someone else just just shoot me at that point, I think. And he infringes on my privacy all the time too. If I close the door to my room, he'll just start screaming and doesn't even attack the door until I open it, then just walk away. It's like he has a complex about closed doors. Which of course also means he doesn't close the door when he's doing his business. Almost like he wants me to watch him. And at least once a week he somehow misses and leaves those big pee puddles, which I always wind up stepping in. It's gotten to the point that I think he's causing lasting damage to the house, and no matter what I say or do, it just doesn't get through to him. Anyway, sorry for the rant, but I just go on for hours about this guy. I mean, he's a cat, yeah, but he's a particularly horrible cat, and it's not like I can just give him away or something. That would be cruel. Like, he's a cat, like the animal. Yeah, his name is Truck. I'm terrified I won't get my security deposit back because of what he's done to the place. What do you do for a living? I sell arts and crafts on Etsy. Sometimes I'll do commissions. Sometimes I'll just find something on the street and fix it up with a quirky design. Like giving something a mustache or painting it to look like a bee. Oh, so you're an artist and you upcycle trash. That's cool. I really love what I do. Most people I meet tend to raise their eyebrows when I tell them what I do, but I love it. Might not be in much, but it's empowering to feel like I'm taking control of my own destiny. Believe me, I can relate. I don't think I'd give up on what I do for anything. A crisp breeze passes over you. You can't help but shake the feeling that you're being watched. Hang on. That just is it trying to say you feel like you're being watched? Because if you shaking the feeling that you're being watched is, I think this would make more sense as you can't help the feeling that you're being watched, unless the implication is we know we're being watched because I can see those, see those two little down there, that little pair of eyes just behind me there. So it sounds like you have the feeling you're being watched and you want to shake it. You scan through the tree line, and they're gone. I think we're being watched. Might be Skunkade. Do your best to pretend it isn't watching us. We don't want to scare it off. Okay, well, what about you? What's your living situation? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it, and I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built that house, and he must have done a great job because it's just as sturdy as it ever's been. Sorry about your parents. Nothing gets past you, huh? Yeah. They're not around anymore. They died a few years back. But it's alright. I've done my mourning. What were they like? Get along? They were amazing. Two of the nicest people you'd ever met, and interesting too. My dad was a bit of a regional legend among hunters and trappers. He was always out in the woods on the trail of something, and we certainly had some interesting dinners because of him. He had to learn how to fend for himself, you see, since his family didn't have much growing up. So he learned how to hunt and trap and got damn good at it. He always made sure I had food and that I knew how to get it if I found myself too far from a grocery store. I could make us a pretty good salad with just what's in this clearing if I had to. It wouldn't taste great. And as for my mum, she was a saint. She was a local vet. A lady all the farms in the county knew to call if their animals needed something. She was smart as a whip and strong to boot. Turns out pulling calves out of 1,600-pound cows all day is a great way to build muscle. But she was gentle too. And the smallest mouse would get the proper care in her hands. So she's most of the reason Gretchen here is one of the oldest dogs I've ever met. So yeah, those were my parents. Guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club. Guess Yes, we are. Hey, I got that line to work on someone. Yay. What are you holding up? Hanging in there. It was a long time coming, so it wasn't a surprise. I'd kind of come to terms with it by the time it actually happened. And it's not all bad. It doesn't have to be in pain anymore. That's a relief. Hospital bills are another story, though. Yeesh, I can't imagine how bad that must be. Salt in the wound at that point. Whoa! Stella immediately packs her bag and slings it over her shoulder. Everything else went quiet. And whatever made that sound is closed. Here, hold Gretchen's lead boy in. Just saying, in real life, I am fucking terrified of dogs. So, this would not happen. I would be like, no, I'll hold the light, you hold the dog. As you approach the tree line, a series of weak clucks call out from a nearby bush. What the hell was that? Okay. It must be maybe 2-3 feet tall. Doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out skunk ape, but whatever it has one of Duke's chickens. It's headed north. Let's go! Right behind you. You follow Stella and she sprints into the unknown, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by the lead. Stella, you okay? Just tripped on something weird, okay? Whole thing must have been... Oh, it's still alive. You say nothing as Stella starts a closer examination of the bird. It seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Oh god, is this cancer as plague? Is that what's happening here? Could be a tumor, could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that can be done for her at this point. Because I'm going to have to put up some massive content warnings for this video. Hey, do you hear that? What in Sam hell are you two doing out here? I don't... Bertie? Oh, Bertie, what's wrong, darling? Good God, did you see what did this to her? We caught a glimpse of something earlier. And when we chased after it, it brought us here. Whatever did this, I think we can hear them in the trees. Put that camera away, for God's sake, girl. I don't want to be in another of your videos. No one needs to see me like this. No one needs to see Bertie like this. You wouldn't put her online, would you? Or, and she's like, you know what? This is what editing is for. Duke, they're coming closer. Come out, you sons of bitches! You don't shoot them. We have no idea what'll happen. You hear that, Stella? That ain't the sound of something peace-like. Whatever these things are, they'll pay for what Matt did to my girls. Come on, you, whatever your name is. Grab that flashlight and line me up a good shot. As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. Okay. They're closing in on us. Say, saving the dog. You dive forward and scoop Gretchen into your arms just before she manages to wriggle out of her harness. Your eyes fixate on the dark tree line over Duke's shoulder. Holy hot damn. That's what we're looking at. You hear a body hit the ground. Did it just make Duke shoot himself? Gretchen, Tangie, Duke, are you alright? Yeah, I'm okay. You? I'm okay. Gretchen's good. Poor little pup. Duke? Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, okay, Duke shot himself. Holy shit, what do we do now? What the hell are we supposed to do? Duke had a hunting accident. By himself. In the woods. That's it. You serious? We have footage of exactly what happened here. Sure, it's a little dark and shaky, but kind of make out that thing coming through the woods. We can take it to the police. Duke's family deserves closer. Other people deserve to know what's... Fine. Don't think I'm Don't let them pin this on me. I won't, promise. We need more footage. Are you sure that's a good idea? Nope, we're already in this deep. What's the harm in digging? There could be quite a lot of harm in digging a little deeper. But let's go. As Stella looks for a lead, you notice a faint trail of blood leading into the woods. Shoot, Duke's shotgun blast must have tagged the creature in the scuffle. See those bloodstains? We have a trail. You're right, Duke must have tagged one of them before he... Let's go before the trail is cold. As you and Stella push through the woods, the unearthly sounds once again surround you. Keep running. They're everywhere. I think we're almost there. The trees are starting to thin out. The shrieks pull back into steady whispers as you and Stella stumble upon the putrid bodies of dozens of dead and dying animals. A sinking realization pulls at your gut. This is their nest, and you are surrounded. More of those swellings. All the animals here have them. Or had them. We need to get out of here. The footage doesn't matter anymore. Let's get the hell away from this nest. Agreed. Just as you follow Estella in a mad dash through the woods, so too do the unearthly hollers and whispers of the nest. In the highest branches of the trees and down on the forest floor, they're all around you, casually keeping pace with your all-out sprint. We're almost there. We reach the main road. The cries of the creatures fade back into the sounds of nature. It's like they stopped following us. To get reception now that we're back on the main road, let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. Feel a buzz in your pocket. 6 missed calls from Tabitha and 2 texts saying, "Where are you and where the hell did you go?" 2 among 13 text messages. Tabitha seems worried. It's really late, isn't it? Hello, Earl? Stella Richmond. I'm up on the mountains on a Askina trail. Duke is dead. Shotgun. It happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. Okay, yeah. We're okay, but hurry. Jesus. Earl, who's gonna tell Bo? Now we wait. It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Out of it walk 2 officers. Sheriff Hugby, a friendly older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses despite it being the middle of the fucking night. See, right there, a thing jumps out of the woods and then the shotgun goes off. What in Sam Hill? What is that, some kind of Pillsbury Doughboy? Could have been a naked maniac. As the video reveals the creature's nest, Franklin lowers his sunglasses. Or a whole bunch of naked maniacs. What the heck is that? Some kind of crop circle? They killed Duke. Uh-huh. Now we're gonna have to confiscate this camera, Miss Richmond, if you don't mind. This is evidence. Okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery. Sweet. As Stella fiddles with the camera, you notice her pop the memory card out and slide it up her sleeve. Here you go, Deputy Franklin. We appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll have a... Okay, please call me Earl. Earl and I will escort you in... Who are you exactly? That's Tangie. She came into town today for the funeral. As in... Tabitha's cousin, yeah. Damn, didn't think you'd actually show. I'll escort you both back to town. If there's a naked maniac on the loose, it's best you don't walk back on your own. Oh, why aren't you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things up there could attack someone. Well, it ain't exactly like old Duke is going anywhere. He'll still be there in the morning. Only have a skeleton crew at the moment. Monday nights are Deputy Derrickson's bowling nights. We'll be on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs, but the retrieving Duke will just have to wait now. If you'll kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you to... Do you have to ride back with you? I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist. For your own safety. Okay, thank you. You can ride up front with me, little lady, if your mama permits. You can hold Gretchen. Oh. Stella is unusually quiet as its car. Hi! Hello! She went rigid the second she sat down, muscles stiff and unmoving as she stares out the window. We're gonna hit another one, aren't we? Hello. Stella, you good? Doesn't respond. Hand on shoulder. Jumps at her touch. Her tension eases, she lets out a sigh. I don't think Stella's okay back here, fellas. I'm sure it's just a little car sickness. Wouldn't want Franklin here to have to work late cleaning the... You know, I will say, there is an appeal about being part of a small town. There is an appeal to being sort of that close to everyone. Couldn't handle it in real life, but... Soon the rumble of gravel beneath the tires gives way to uneven pavement and the car comes to a stop in front of a small cottage. We'll sort it out in the morning. Get a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was, IP freely. Sure, you're in town for the funeral. Don't go leaving before then. We may need to amass it. Yeah. Make sure she doesn't get into any more trouble. You'll have a good night now. Bye bye, Gretchen, and you'll have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give you trouble, you know how to get in touch. And here you are, back in town, away from the woods, with no one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. Okay, okay, Stella, I hope you, I hope you don't mind me asking, but why on earth would you want to walk home? That's a fair question. I've just had some bad experiences with cars. I don't know how to drive them, and I don't like getting into them unless it's literally a question of life or death. Which I guess tonight was. Sorry if I weirded you out. God, what a night. They seemed a little blasé about everything. I can't believe they're waiting till the morning to even start looking for him. Who knows what those things are doing to the body right now? And what's worse is I think they implied you're a suspect even after we showed them all that footage. Even the nest. The truth will get out. Even if they don't believe that footage, those things are out there in the woods, and something's telling me they're not going away. Yeah, no kidding. I have been in. I think I have also been in 3 car accidents. 2 of them were my dad's driving. Both were his fault. He failed. He didn't stop at a light and hit the car in front of him at one point. It was like at low speed, but it did the front end in a little. And the second time is he clipped someone turning left, which on those roads which on those roads is like he was turning left, someone was turning right. They clipped. It happens. And then I have been in one accident while driving. Um, it was literally the turn right outside when I like. There's not a question of liability. I was already found liable. Um, I was pulling out of my home complex. The turn I made every day to go to work. It was a bit of a whiteout day. White pickup truck coming down. No headlights. Didn't see it coming. Thought the road was clear. Pulled out. Got hit. 4 grand's worth of repairs. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you. Oh, I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll never hold up in court. And it won't get to that point either because we're going to do a little investigating of our own. We've got to find out more about those things. We can get clearer footage, or better yet, trap one of them. There's no way they can blame you for what happened. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have and never come across anything like this. There is someone in town who might have some useful information. My friend's mum. Our place isn't far. We should head over now before it gets any later. I should check in on Tabitha. My friend's place is on the way back and stopping by shouldn't take while. You sure you don't want to stop in first? No, it wouldn't. Well, when you put it like that, sure, let's do it. That's the goal. I mean, what? I am just gonna BRB real quick. I need to pee. Yes, that is who she is. I am the Abby. Okay. One. Okay. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. We are going to Stella's friend's mom's house. Hope she's still awake. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. Silently get Stella's attention. You tap Stella's shoulder and subtly direct her gaze to the shadows. Oh Oh ho ho ho! I almost destroyed my desk there. Um, I was trying. I held on to my desk to. Okay, so I was holding onto it, and I was playing enough to try and get my chair to move. My chair that is on wheels versus my desk that isn't. And the entire desk just tipped. And there was quite a scary moment where, like, and there was a scary. Everything was shaking. Nothing fell over, it's all fine. But there is a very close parallel universe right now where I am having to clean a lot of shit up off the floor. Oh, that wasn't good for my heart rate. Okay. Tangie! Jesus. Welcome home! Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An older woman stands in the entryway. Go home, Wayne, I can't help you tonight. You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared into the shadows of the night. What the fuck? I'm sorry about that, Sarah. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? Who's this? Hi, Mrs. Forsyth. This is Tangie. Is it okay if we come in? You're in luck. I just put on water for hibiscus tea. For goodness sake, you can call me Sybil. You're an adult now, after all. Welcome to my little Tom Nook. It's nice to finally meet you, Tangie. I was so sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul, and she's been sorely missed in the holler. And now poor Pearl Ann is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town. Peanuts? You hold out your bag of peanuts as a gift to Sybil. She offered you instead of tea. After all, it's only polite to offer something in return. Oh my! Thank you for the kind offer, dear, but it's far too late for me to have something so salty. My husband died years ago, and I can't do that anymore. Who was that outside? Just a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him. You knew my mum? She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. You should come by sometime. I can delight you with unsavory tales of her youth. Never met Pearl Ann. You don't have to pass on your condolences to me. I have no feeling. That's fair, child, but it seemed like the right thing to do. We need your help. Being troubled. Okay, I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time. What's got you here so late? You seem troubled. You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff? Tea is... Uncle Ero approves. I'm not so I follow, dear. I know which oils to use for which aches. I know a bit about classical spiritualism. Just what sort of unexplainable things are you talking about? Duke was killed tonight by something in the woods. Oh, my lord, have you contacted the police? Yes, and they didn't take it very seriously. They're not even looking for the body until tomorrow. Those things out there, I don't even know how to describe them. I can't say I know much about local wildlife. My daughter has always had a brighter gift for nature than I. Wasn't the local wildlife, Miss Forsyth? I can show you. Stella pulls out the memory card she'd swiped from her camera and pops it into her phone. I wasn't about to just let the police hold on to this. At least not before we had a chance to make a copy. Smooth. Cops wouldn't know what to do with that footage anyway. Imagine if they accidentally erased it. Exactly. I'll give it to them if they ask again, but for now we can examine the footage for ourselves. Where was this? Up the mountain to the northwest. Within the town limits? Yes. I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger and louder if you can? I need to plug the memory card into a computer. I could go back and get mine. No need. Kanika should still be awake. She can lend us hers. Better come with, Scylla. I'm sure she'll be more than willing to help a friend and her mother. Oh, keep the stickers. They're part of your. They're part of your story. They're part of who you are. Kanika, come on out. We could use a little help. What, Mom? Oh, hey, Stella. Gretchen, here's a good potato. And a stranger. What are you doing in my house? Peanuts? Generosity is the best way to make it. I love the way that every time you offer the peanuts, Stella's just like, oh my fucking god. And Sybil's like, really? No. Tabitha's cousin? Yep. Sweetie, we were wondering if you could borrow your laptop. Stella and her friend have a video to show us. It's really important, Kanika. Okay. My room's a mess, I'll just bring it out there. Heads up, Kanika, this is graphic. You got killed out in the woods tonight. It's on the recording. Are you serious? Duke's dead? He can watch this without you. You know I have a harder stomach than any of our friends. I'm pressing play. Stella, what the hell is this? I'm sorry either of you had to see this, but Tangie and I have no idea how to make heads or tails of it. Stella, are you okay? Did you get hurt? I'm fine. Really, I'm okay. Poor Duke. Poor Bo. Has anyone told him yet? We talked to the police. I hope they told Bo, but Earl and Deputy Franklin didn't seem to be in much of a hurry to do anything. I'll call him later tonight, but for now we have something far more serious to discuss. I agree, those things are still out there, and as long as they are, more people are in danger. Oh, very true, but not for the reasons you think. These things, my grandmother called them ditchlings. They are a terrible omen, a sign of great suffering and destruction to come. Mom, come on, whatever's doing this is serious. Stop staring Taylor and Tangie with this taily-po. Taily-po crap? A man just died, have some respect. Nika, sweetie, let your mother talk. The creatures themselves are harmless to people, despite that grisly scene in the woods. How can you say that? Duke is dead. An unfortunate accident and nothing more. Just as birds flock before a storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to fall. To see one is to be cursed by fate, to be so many in one place. Yes, Mom, they've clearly had a rough night. They don't need this. It's okay, Kanika. This is helpful. That, whatever these things are, they aren't magic. We can't rule that out, not after what we saw, but fine, let's focus on what we know. Whatever these things are, ditchlings, they are doing something to these animals. You saw that nest, what were those growths? Whatever it is, it's not good. No kidding. Maybe what we're seeing here is some sort of parasitic larval stage, part of their life. Oh god, what do they turn into? But I don't want to jump to any conclusions about something this out there. Not without doing some research or talking to a biologist. I'm sure there's a rational explanation that'll clear all this up. Oh dear, I'd forgotten entirely about the tea that I'd put on. Let me fix you up a couple of cups, it'll soothe your nerves. I can keep going. I'm so wired from everything that's happened. I mean, could be. Could be. I'll ask around on my usual forms to see if anyone has any information on ditchlings. You go home now and try to get some rest. Don't stay up all night on the online. Let me get some of my house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonder to the soul. Hi, Stella. See you tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kanika. I'll see ya. Excellent. Iced or warm, though with the night getting chillier, warm will probably helps wake up the bones. Careful out there. Both of you. Alright, let's head back home. My home. Welcome to stay the night if you want. Um, yeah, thanks for the offer. Terrified of being alone tonight. Yeah, no kidding. I'd say I was looking forward to it myself. Slumber party! It doesn't take long for Stella to fix up the guest room for you. While it's certainly smaller than its counterpart at the estate, it's far better cared for. Make yourself at home. Who's that guy outside of Sybil's? People usually don't get a jump on me like that. Wayne? I haven't really gotten to know the guy. I think he works in the mine. Might be worth looking into him. What do you make of all this? I don't even know where to begin. Those creatures are out there and Duke is dead. I know that some of the things Cyril said for a little while, but if she is right and they are an omen, maybe we can change things and stop whatever's brought them here before it happens. Couldn't hurt to poke around town. I have the time. Weird. I should probably try calling Tabitha. Right, you'd probably like to know you're not dead. Get some rest, Tangie. I'll see you in the morning. Where the hell have you been? Uh, uh, know anyone around called Wayne? You feel a hesitation before Tabitha answers. I employ over 100 people I'm sure I know. Wayne. You hesitated before answering me about Wayne. It's late, Tangie. You're now coming home. I'm sorry that your random questions and accusations caught me off guard. Are you going to tell me where you've been or not? I watched a man die tonight. I went into the woods with this girl I met to find some cryptids, and it ended with us watching a man die. Ah, you met Stella then. That explains everything, and she's gotten you all worked up. I'm going to bed. I'll collect you tomorrow. Doesn't care about the man dying, huh? From the comfort of Stella's guest bed, the events of the past evenings seem like something that happened to someone else. Though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments, for now, you're safe and you're warm. Eventually the sun will rise and chase away the monsters, and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a relaxing week in the mountains with a new friend. It's a nice thought, but deep down you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. From behind closed doors, you can faintly hear the sounds of quiet sobs. Damn. Can I go for another episode right now? Um. Okay. Sure. Why not? So, the long lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late night stops and seedy depots. It would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. Wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this. But your cousin bought the tickets. Funeral of Pearl and Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt. Seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I've got to say, Tabitha looks like me. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. Trolls are known to give out. So, Stella mentioned she's famous? Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. Look, if you're not going to run around tooting your own horn, you know I'm going to do it for you. I am a YouTuber. She hunts cryptids. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. Come on, you, whatever your name is, grab that flashlight and help me line up a good shot. As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. You dive forward and scoop Gretchen into your arms just before she manages to wriggle out of her harness. Your eyes fixate on the dark tree line. God damn it! Keep an eye on her first. Make sure she doesn't get in any more trouble. Welcome home. Litchling. Tuesday morning awaits. Don't do what? It's okay. Like, as long as I'm not doing it too often, it should be fine. You open your eyes. I am using Street Smart and Keen Eye. That one. The sun has risen, the birds are singing, you are still alive, and for now you are safe. Your gaze wanders across the unfamiliar room to the window and the woods beyond. And you wonder if the monsters are lurking just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the comfort of your new friend's family home. You can't help but remember Duke slumped against the wall of a tree, pieces of him scattered across the clearing. Your morbid thoughts are interrupted by a distinctly unhappy voice. filtering through the house and past the closed door of your bedroom. Yeah, the first thing you do is you select 2 out of 7 traits. I picked Street Smart and Keen Eye. Where the hell is Tangie? Oh, hey, Tabby. There's a fresh pot of coffee on the table if you want to come in. No, I'm just here to check in on my cousin. Let's make this quick. A lot on my plate today. You're barely decent. It might be mildly scandalous if people saw you like this. Uh, hey, some people are trying to sleep in here! And some other people have work to do. But if you won't come out, sure, okay, I'll just come in. Sorry, Tangie. Hey, here he is. Here's the potato. Did you know that I got a call from the cops this morning? You've been in town one day and you're already having run-ins with the police. Hang on. Gotta do something real quick. Okay. Um, yeah, she do. Okay. You've been in town one day and you're already having run-ins with the police. Wait, they called you? What did they say? Did they find Duke? They didn't find a body, if that's what you're asking. But apparently he never went home last night. And they had quite a few questions about you, Tangie. Don't worry. I told them you were an upstanding citizen. You should remember that kindness next time you think about blowing me off to spend the night with a stranger. Tabitha leaves in a huff, leaving you and Stella to follow her back into the living room. Hey, don't be so hard on Tangie. I asked her to crash here. And look, I don't care what the cops think, Tabby. There's something horrible out in those woods, and I don't think anyone in this room wanted Tangie walking up that mountain alone last night. Stella, would you mind giving me a moment alone with my cousin? And while you're at it, please stop calling me Tabby. Not in high school anymore. I. Yeah. Oh, right. Stella stays. Come on, Tabby, no berating guests in the Richmond household. Whatever, I don't really care if you're here for this. You've been in town for less than a day, and my stress is already through the roof. I mean, I get it. Stella got you all worked up and you were too scared to walk home. Sure. Whatever, that checks out. But I don't care if those woods are chock full of ghouls and ghosties. You had me worried sick. From now on, you're back at the estate by bedtime. No more impromptu sleepovers. I watched a man die last night. Cut me some slack. You mentioned that before I went to bed. I have no idea what happened in the woods, but if it's true, then all the more reason to head back to the estate before it gets dark. I'm leaving. I've already lost a good chunk of my workday coming down here. I expect to see you back at the estate tonight. Stella, please try not to traumatize her while I'm gone. Wait, Tabby, let me know if you're free sometime, okay? You're relentless. We'll see, but don't get your hopes up. Hey, you good? Sorry about Tabby, she totally blindsided me. I think she means well. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that your feelings don't matter. That was tense. Are you okay? I'm happy I stayed here. Too. Ow. Anyway, sorry for that rude awakening. I've been up for a little while, but I was hoping to let you get a little extra sleep. But you're up now, and we've got a full day ahead of us if we're going to get to the bottom of this. How are you so chipper? Shouldn't be okay right now. I guess I'm just pretty good at compartmentalizing things. What happened out in the woods last night was horrific, but right now, something more important to focus on. I'll have time to process what happened to Duke when we get to the bottom of things. You shouldn't just bury your feelings like that. What happened to Duke last night would mess with anyone. I get that, but I'm fine, really. At least for now. I can process this in my own time. I'm going to ask the other miners about Wayne. Maybe some of the miners there can tell us about him. He spelled the bejesus out of me last night. Definitely. Kanika's waiting us at the library, so we could head over there first. But unless we can find something on Solington ditchlings there, the mine seems to be the strongest lead we've got. Oh, let me set up a group chat. What's your number? Group chat! We did. I was planning to let's roll out as soon as you finish getting dressed. I eat first. I've packed all sort of snacks for the day, and Oscar totally won't mind if we eat in the library. Alrighty. The walk to town was short. Stella's house is barely a stone's throw away from what remains of Scarlet Hollow's once bustling main street. You shudder as you stare down the thoroughfare, both from the chill in the morning air and the all too present memories of everything you witnessed last night. You see that building labeled Town Hall? That's actually the library. It's also the Town Hall, but that's just an office upstairs nowadays. I guess this town's not what it used to be. That and our mayor's really into going on walks. I think there's actually going to be a meet and greet later this week. Could just be the pick me up we need, what with everything that's been going on. Angeli Tangie, I vape, so you don't have to. That's fun. I'd love to meet the mayor. Sweet, you won't regret it. Oh, hey, Avery's over there. How are they doing? Morning, Stella. Sent to you, Tangie. Like the devil, we were just talking about you. And from Stella's, huh? You'll have a slumber party? Sorry, I'm in a bit of a rush this morning. I really can't stop to chat. It'll take me a bit to set up, so if you want to catch up with folks or grab something at the diner, you can meet at the library when you're done. You know what? I'm gonna stick with Stella. Works for me. See y'all later. Stella went to the former town hall. Pretty decent library though. What once must have been stately foyer has since been converted into rows of shelves. Meeting rooms and offices long ago gave way to assorted reference collections and reading areas. Anika quietly waves at you and Stella from her table. Alright, let's get settled. You all look tired. I'm pretty amped up actually. I've never done a Scooby-Doo before. Creepy old guy with a real estate scheme and a bad costume is at least a little more believable than monsters and curses. All we need now is for Gretchen to start talking. That'd be cute. I want that version of the game. No, actually, you know what? I want the version of the game where Gretchen has a motley laugh. Anyway, I guess we should get started. I've been doing most of my research online, but I went ahead and put together some books that might be helpful. On top of local text covering the history of Scarlet Hollow, there are also volumes on cryptids and Appalachian folklores. I know! One of the traits was talk to animals. Oh god, I could be Shaggy. I'd be Shaggy, and I think you're Velma, you're Fred. Um, yeah, one of the traits is totally talk to animals. So that is a thing you could do on another one, maybe. Oh, I'll reach for a book. Hi there, strangers and little old stranger. No, it says Bridger. Peanuts. A gift of peace in all good faith. Is this a gift? I'm allergic to peanut. Oh, okay, never mind. It's Oscar. I love how everyone is just horrified that I keep offering their people these peanuts. Okay, I bet there's an achievement for offering everyone peanuts. Should have known you were a Scarlet. You look so much like Valian. Not that I knew her very well. I was still a little kid when she left. But that Scarlet resemblance, it's, strong. Yep, the dog sees it too. I'm Oscar Gutierrez, Chief Librarian and only librarian. Oscar's amazing. He practically built this library from scratch. Yeah, I'm a little jealous of what the kids around here get to grow up with. I don't know how good they have it. Back when I was in elementary school, all the library had was a couple of shelves of boring books donated by old people. Oh my god, let me guess. You had to read the famous five. Fucking ew. Fuck Enid Blyton, man. I didn't. I had to read a couple of her books growing up. They're just not readable. It's a series of kids' books by Enid Blyton. One of the five is a dog. There's really four. It's four kids and their dog go around doing things. I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my tests, and I want to make sure she's not only getting into trouble out there. You know, the crowd she hangs around with. They're good kids at heart. I'm sure they just go to the old Maxwell place doing teen stuff. I know there are plenty of times in my day. I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled. Kids are smarter than you think. She can take care of herself. I have not read The Giving Tree, and I don't know why I did not even know it was trying to be. Some people were trying to ban it. What? I don't want to let her run off like that anymore, though. It's not as safe as it usually is around here. Is that so? Nika's right. There's some weird stuff going on out in the woods. It's actually where we came in today. Have you ever heard of creatures called ditchlings? A type of cryptid that shows up around places on the brink of disaster. They kind of look like Pillsbury Doughboy, but if he was a creepypasta. Anika's mom told us about them last night after seeing some footage we got in the woods. Ditchlings. Doesn't ring a bell. Worth a shot. Okay, if you were, say, trying to predict a horrible disaster that might befall our town, where would you start looking? They say history repeats itself, so I'd probably try and figure out what sort of disasters this region typically falls prey to. Should I be worried about something? I don't know yet. I'll be right back. Gonna go grab some more books. Behave while I'm gone, Gretchen. You don't have to worry about her, Stella. You're such a good dog, aren't you, Gretchen? I'm a mosquito girl. I give you the warm person for when you come here. Gretchen inhales a soft biscuit, drool leaking from her toothless mouth as she swallows it whole. I'm pretty sure Stella's barking up the wrong tree, Oscar. I don't think you have to worry about any horrible calamity befalling the town. But she's right about the weird stuff. There's definitely something unusual going on in those woods. A man's already dead! I'd say it's plenty of reason to play it safe. I'm gonna try calling Rosalina again. I'm sure she's fine, really. Rosalina's a smart kid. Hey, yeah, it's, it's a pugliug. It's a pugly pug. It's what they're supposed to look like. They were bred to look like that. I don't know why, but we'll make sure to keep our eyes peeled. Thanks, Kanika. And Tangie, if you see a 13-year-old girl with a black braid and glasses, would you let her know her dad's worried about her? Got him! Just grabbed a whole mess of local history books. Stella sets a massive pile of books on the table and pulls up a chair. All right! This is going to be so much faster with the two of you being here to help out. Got our snacks, got our source documents, let's get this research party started! Reading awaits. I'll take Appalachian folk monsters. A few entries catch your eye. Wampus cat, a large cat-like creature with a loud howling voice often said to sound like Tommy knockers. Uh, enigmatic cave dwelling. Okay, let's try Tommy knockers here. Tommy knockers originated in Cornish mythology, spreading to the United States when Cornish immigrants began working in the Appalachian mines. They're named for the knocking that can be heard seemingly from within the walls before a cave-in. According to some, the knocking serves as a benevolent warning. Others believe that the creatures take stolen hammers to the supports of mines and collapse them on whoever is unfortunate enough to be still inside. They're traditionally thought to be, yeah, yeah, you're right. Can abs deal with that? I mean, maybe. Like, I mean, technically, define a vehicle. What kind of it? Listen, stop making fun of my choice in games. And that's not going to solve this problem of whether abs of steel can withstand the weight of a vehicle. They're traditionally thought to be inflated leprechaun-like beings, but some claim they are the spirits of dead miners forever. Okay, useless. Let's try this taily pole. There was a hunter who lived in a tiny cabin in the middle of the woods, all alone with his hunting dog. One night, after a particularly bad week of hunting, both their stomachs empty, the hunter spied something out of the corner of his eye. Some small creature had gotten into the cabin through a hole, and before he could even figure out what it was, he'd drawn his gun and fired at the thing, his hunger guiding his actions. But it was quick, and ran back through his hidey hole and out of sight, leaving only its long black tail shot off by the hunter's rifle. Guess this'll have to do, he said to his dog, and he threw the tail in a pot to cook a soup. He and his dog ate well that night, the tail filling both of them up. The hunter crawled into bed satisfied, and his dog curled up at his feet. He woke up to the sound of long nails scrabbling across wood. His dog was nowhere in sight, only a rumpled spot on the covers where he'd been, and in the gloom he saw two big yellow eyes staring right back at him. I want my taily Oh wait, high and hoarse. I want my taily A high, hoarse voice croaked from the darkness. EU4 is my for me game, okay? Go away, he screamed at the thing, but it stepped closer to him, still shrouded in darkness. The sound of long claws dragging across hardwood accompanying its music. Europa Universalis 4. Um, it's a grand strategy game. It's a paradox game. I'll get my dog after you. But there was no dog to be seen. I guess I could. Some other time. No one is sure what the creature did to him that night. But the next morning, all that remained of the hunter, his dog, and his cabin was the chimney standing alone in the woods. And a wampus cat. Often linked to Cherokee legends, some cite the wampus cat as originating with the story of a woman who sought vengeance against a monstrous cat demon for driving her husband mad. She hunted it down and By wearing a bobcat mask, tricked it into using its own vile magic on itself, freeing the people of their region from its evil. Others say the creature comes from the story of a woman who wore the pelt of a wildcat to witness forbidden hunting rites. The hunters of her village gathered to perform the rites, and she watched in secret from underneath the cat's pelt, but was soon discovered. For her indiscretion, she was fused with the pelt and transformed into the creature that was neither human nor cat, forced to wander the wilderness alone, feared by all. Her calls are those of great sadness, and I can see you ripping on me in the chat there. I got the stuff as a warning together. Okay, I'm done here. Cool. Oh my god, this is gonna take a while. Isn't every game when just upgraded chess when you think about it? The collapse of 1918. Oh, okay. Okay. Like at this, look. At this point, my voice kind of hurts, and I just want to skip through. I'm skipping through the reading session. This is how your family made its fortune. Okay. Oh wait, Oh yeah, I guess I'm a Scarlet. Okay, Alice Scarlet, born to Colonel Scarlet, 1818, one of 12 siblings, North Carolina. Quickly rose through the ranks due to connections. Ooh, bloody Silas Scarlet. Okay. Okay, Indian War, North Carolina. This is Scarlet Hollow, starting as a single log cabin. Ooh, Coal Town. Nice. He saved what he could and bought the surrounding hillside as its great discount, cleverly hiding without he knew. Excellent. So he founded the coal mine. North Carolina, early 1800s. I can't help but wonder what side was he on. Was he a loyalist or a rebel? Come on. Okay. I think I'm all done. Let's check in. Alright, if we're going with what Kanika's mum told us last night, I think we can rule out any natural disasters as what brought the ditchlings here. But not nuclear incidents. Looks like our state has a history with those. What about y'all? Find anything? Kitty! Hey, Pixel! Oh, I like that name. You might want to close your book. He loves to rip up any paper he can find. Don't worry, little guy. I didn't forget your treats. Oh. Why? Okay, genuine question. Genuine question. Yeah, Gretchen is not a fan. Why do you keep a cat that likes to rip apart books in a library? There we go. Why do you let it? Why do you let it freely wander a library? Have you seen this little guy's face? How could I say no to that? Okay, that's yes. Okay, understandable. Have a nice day. I'd better get back to shelving. Let me know if you need anything. What was that you were saying about nuclear incidents? You're talking about Goldsboro thing, right? In the 60s, a B-52 carrying a live warhead broke up mid-air and dropped a couple bombs. The first of the two bombs landed up right after its house. At the time, The government claimed the bomb was unarmed, but it later came out the only thing preventing a detonation was one electrical switch that failed to trigger on descent. And 60 years later... Okay, so, broken arrow incident. Nice. Its conventional explosive disintegrated in the... but most of the nuclear material was made unrecoverable by flooding. If I remember correctly, they just buried it and sealed it up. Oh god, we're screwed. Eh. I mean, we're all gonna die eventually, but not because of that. Gulf was like 400 miles from here. I think we're good. But you never know with radiation. You actually know quite a bit. It just melts you. It doesn't make monsters. A 60-year-old bomb isn't going to explode on its own hundreds of miles away and kill us here. You never know. There could always be a whole underground society of bomb-worshipping mutants. Yes, I too have been to what is that place called? Bombtown? Boomtown? Like the first place you hit in Fallout 3. Okay, Rosalina. I knew a teen would be a handful, but I didn't think it'd happen overnight. I'll probably head out once you're all done and check in on all her usual haunts. Okay, Appalachian folk monsters. You think the ditchlings are Tommyknockers? What's with the whole warning thing? Good thought, but Tommyknockers live in mines. That's like the whole thing. I'm gonna write it down though. Tommyknockers are literally just the sounds that happen when a bunch of rocks and wood are about to collapse. Are they? Or are they just a set of mysterious creatures pounding on the rocks and support with beams with hammers to cause a collapse? There's simply no way to know. Yes, there is! Electrical lighting! Remember you used to tell me that Taily Poe story. I'd totally forgotten about it. It had me so bad I didn't eat soup for years. I thought a monster might try and dig it out of my stomach if I did. There's this old chimney in the woods that I used to think was the one left from the Taily Poe, the one that was left after the thing did whatever it did. Now that I know that's just because chimneys don't burn down and wooden houses do, doesn't mean it's not the chimney from the Taily Poe. I've camped out there a couple of times and seen some really spooky stuff. Yeah, I watched that video. You saw raccoons? You're gonna get rabies one of these days chasing after wildlife like that. What can I say? I like to live on the edge. Do you think there's a cult here? Those cops were awfully suspicious, almost like they're trying to cover something up. Really weird combination of being dismissive and trying to pin things on me. That's pretty bad, but I'm not really sure they have it in them to be part of a cult. I don't think they're capable of putting in the effort. Tyler Scarlet. Rich guy in the south. Should have known it wouldn't be pretty. Sure did some things. Dude was a monster. Yep, there we go. He was a Confederate. How are you related to him? This town is stuck in the past and built on atrocities. It's already practically collapsing onto itself. No offense. Maybe that's why the ditchlings are here. Not taken. Would ditchlings be here now, though? Scarlet Hollow's been like this for as long as I can remember. We should check in there in the mines. Yeah, your town's a fucking shithole, mate. It's almost as shit as the town I grew up in. Okay. Going to the mines. Just going to question some of the miners. If that question gives us a good reason to poke around, say, a cool abandoned coal mine, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. You can cross that bridge when you come to it. I am not going underground. Just messing. That reminds me, there's been really unsettling miner who's been coming around my mum's tea shop lately. His name is Wayne, and there's something wrong with him, like viscerally wrong. No kidding, he still up on last night and called out Tangie by name. Sent chills down my spine. I don't know if there's much of a connection, but if we're headed to the mines, we might as well look into him. Hopefully maybe Tabitha can help us out. Yeah, I believe that. I don't think she'd be super jazzed to see any of us snooping around the mines. I can't imagine what she'd do if we actually bothered her while trying to run the place. She does get a little grumpy when she's at work. She gets grumpier at work. I'm pretty sure snark is that girl's baseline level of existence. Chatting over dinner might be a better way to get to know her. If you're okay eating box mac and cheese. We can sneak around the mines, no problem. I'll make sure to keep my eyes peeled for her. Won't even know we were there. I don't know, okay? Look at us. Going out on a caper together. I missed this. I missed it too. I mean, sure, it's not under the best circumstances, but I've been so wrapped up in running the store, I didn't realize how much I missed being able to hang out with you. Though, there is something missing. Reese! I miss that dude. I can't believe how long it's been since we've seen each other. Have you seen him lately? Nope. I tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick. Didn't realize it was getting so bad. Poor guy. We could just pop over and surprise him. Seems excited to meet Tangie. Maybe we'll finally get him to leave his little cave. Do it. See ya, Oscar. I'll let you know if we run into Rosalina. Okay, Reese's home stands at the edge of the forest wall, an isolated buffer cushioning the rest of the town from an unending wilderness. Reese, it's Stella. I bought some buddies too. Not so loud, he's still sleeping. Can I help you with something? The woman in the doorway stares directly into your eyes. You can practically feel her simmering irritation washing over you. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. I'm not going to wake him up. If he's asleep, he probably needs it. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now anyway. Oh, Reese. It's been so long since either of us have got the chance to hang out with him. I'm sure he and Tangie get along super well, too. Peanuts? He can't eat peanuts. I like the bat! Sorry, I thought that was a little rude. You just want to hang out with Reese. He misses both of you two. I don't promise that he'll be perky, but I'm sure he'll be in his spirits to see. And I suppose you can come too, Tangie. That'd be great! I can bring a side dish. Maybe deviled eggs? Does he still eat those? No, eggs are a little... I wonder what it is that's wrong with him. Leave the cooking to me. I know what he can... I'll bring soda then. That's not... Preferably ginger ale. And leave the dog at home. Might cheer him up. You know, they have those therapy dogs in hot no dogs. Thank you. Several locks. Huh. Oh, that woman makes me so nervous. She used to be so nice and carefree when she was kids. Always had the best stickers when we went to get our shots. Maybe she's just stressed about Reese. Or maybe she's just nice to kids. Either way, I guess it's just the three of us. You gonna drive? Yeah, sorry, I don't like the thought of going up there without the van. Well, I'll take my shortcut then. It'll take long for me to get there. Welcome to tag along, Tangie. Don't worry, either way works for me. What is up with you? Yeah, I want to know. Alright, so what is actually up with... The mines have got to be a ways off, right? Um... Don't worry about it, Tangie. There's a lot... there's... Just get some... Okay, I'll walk. Into the woods. Again. The woods are calm and serene compared to last night, though you can't help but get the feeling that the danger lurks just beyond the trees. Oh! Stretchies! Hey, thanks for coming along with us, with Gretchen and me. I hope I haven't seemed too cold about everything that happened last night. The truth is that I'm barely keeping myself together. I just don't know how to let it out. Duke died out there last night, and I can't stop thinking it might have been my fault. Only I died for that flashlight. If only I didn't drag you along into the woods. Like there's this guilt boiling under my skin, but the only way I can process what happened is by turning off the part of me that feels things. When I'm around other people, it's like I think of Duke dying as just a thing that happened, like it's part of another video. But if I actually admit to other people that I feel something, then I'd have to admit to myself that what happened is my fault. What happened happened. We can move forward together. We can question decisions and blame ourselves for what happened until the cows come home, or we can move forward. You're right. I should be better at taking my own advice. I'm glad we could talk about this, though. Can't imagine what it'd be like to go through something like last night alone. Oh, just a burb. The same probably goes for the two of us. I guess we're all a little on edge. Let's hurry to the mine. It shouldn't be much further. I am going to be RB, by the way. Need a fresh drink. Shouldn't take 2 seconds. I'm just going to put the pieces together right now. We have dead parents and a fear of car crash. Okay, let's go. Hey, you have a good walk? It was great. I don't think you were missing out or anything. Didn't run any of those creatures, did you? Nope. That makes sense. They're probably nocturnal. I don't know if I should feel relieved or disappointed. Okay, that was almost a fucking disaster. Oh, wow. We're all here. What's the plan? What's the fucking plan? Oh, this fucking dog. Let's go talk to people. Should probably look at. I'm a bit of a persona non grata in the mine. Abatha? Yeah, I might have tried sneaking in to talk to her a time or two too many. The Gretchen makes it extra hard to be sneaky. Probably less likely to get caught if only one of us is snooping around down there. I call dibs. I do love a good sneak. I take it I'm the one of us you're talking about. Tabitha and I aren't exactly friends. I wouldn't want to make folks uncomfortable, you know? Probably for the best, Tangie. I got this. You'll do great. So the plan is, the dogs turned around. You know those cheesy old rom-coms when somebody wears an earpiece on their first date? Have some kind of surveillance set up in the back of your van? What? No, I have a pair of earbuds with a really good mic. We can just do a group call. I like being part of fucking Mystery Inc. Let's just pathways and start the call, yeah? Okay. Hey, can you hear us? Try saying something. Something. Enter the worksite. You pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of the Scarlet Hollow Mine. Okay, press pat. Okay, I'm in. Alright, Morpheus. Good to know. Let's just approach the nearest group of miners. A blonde woman, a broad-shouldered man, Harris, and an old-timer. Their uniforms identify them as Harrison Davidson Sachs. Got a reason to be bothering us? Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? Yeah, we knew him. Past tense. He was such a cut-up. Miss that dude. Heh, why are you talking about him in the past tense? I met him last night. Good question. Wait, what? No way. Isn't that the guy you all said was... I guess he ain't. And he hasn't even skipped town, huh? Pretty unexpected turn of events, you ask me. What a relief. Something awful will happen to the poor guy. What did you think happened to him? What are you, some sort of cop? Um... Just, just tell me what happened. Fuck off. Exact, come on, man. No, I've been here decades longer than you, and I know bait when I see it. Get out of here, our shift's about to start anyway. Sorry. The miners. Fuck off. Maybe it was just me, but they seem to think Wayne was dead, right? Wasn't just you. Don't worry about the miners storming off like that. That's some pretty good info. Okay, next group of miners. A flash of movement in your periphery stops you in your tracks. There's something lurking in the shadows to your right, and against your better judgment, you turn to face it. Here he is! You shouldn't be up. Hang on, I was doing like a Freddy voice for him on there or something. You shouldn't be up here! It's dangerous! Your buddies seem to think you're dead. Stay home. Wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself in the path of danger. This is all I ask. And before you say another word, the figure is gone. Hey Tangie, you still there? We've just been getting static from you. Oh, don't mind me. Our new friend just stopped by to say hello. Whoa. I saw you talking to someone down there. Are you okay? He told me to stay at the estate for the rest of the week. I wonder why. That I'd be safe there. What the hell is that supposed to mean? He must have been threatening you, right? The plot thickens. This just means we're on the right track. I'm not about to back down. So brave. Heck yeah, Tangie, we got your back. Another group of miners, please. Hey there, can we help you with something? Do you know a man named Wayne? You mean Sam Wayne? What are you asking about him for? Have you seen him? He's been following me. Oh, thank God. Everyone thought he was dead. Now, hold on. PP doesn't exactly sound like Wayne, does it? How do you know it was him? Name on his jacket, just like yours. They do all of our jackets, but if I switch with Isaac's, that doesn't make me Isaac's. No, it's gotta be him. There's no way he's dead. You really think he's running around town creeping on strangers and ignoring his friends and co-workers? Seems more likely to me that someone took care of him, so to speak, and is running around in his clothes. The miners stand in silence for a moment, considering what they've just heard. That's not possible. That's ridiculous. This is messed up. Who would do something like that? I don't know. And you ask his girlfriend. Yikes, do you think? No, no way. Just saying, he wasn't exactly the first fella to fall for her charms. Lots of heartbreak in that woman's history. Lots of jilted ex-lovers, if you catch my drift. Dang, who are they talking about? Told him not to get involved with her. I told him. Who was Wayne seeing? Whoa now, if you don't know, there's no way I'm poking that wasp's nest. Forget we said anything. I don't mean, don't dangle something like, it's Tabitha, isn't it? Look, I just don't want to cause any trouble. Enough people losing their jobs as this. I've got, and it sounds, Wayne's kid, we've already said too much. As the miners turn, earn and leave, Isaacs! As the miners pack their things, you scribble your phone number onto a scrap of paper. Hey, thanks for the help. It's great meeting you all. Don't mention it. Should we check in? Just a heads up, the only group I still see out there is pretty close to the main office. It might still be worth talking to them, but I don't know if I can give you all that much of a warning if Tabitha comes out. No way, I'll keep my eye on her trailer. Going around asking questions, huh? You don't look like you're from the inspector's office. What can you tell me about Sam Wayne? Oh ho ho, he got himself into trouble, didn't he? Seen him around? What's that young buck up to? Um, I heard from some of the other folks in camp he had a nasty spat with an ex. And disappeared. You mean the Yeah, yeah, it was Tabby. Figured he just ran off to live in that big mansion with his Belle. The thoughts of the thoughts of strapping him around with that sour faced board always left such a taste in my mouth. Oh my god, gross! If you wouldn't fall on your knees if a woman of means showed the slightest bit of interest in you, or any woman at all. I mean, as I have mentioned, Tabitha does kind of look like me, so I would. No, I suppose this begs the question: did she run him off, or did the jealous son of a bitch oust him? Talking about Perlan? Lord, no, even Wayne had some standards. No, I'm talking about little Miss Tabitha. Not that old Lady Pearl didn't have her day. Thanks for the help. If that Wayne keeps bothering you, just let us know and we'll whip him into shape. Tangie, we've got a problem. Here she comes. Yeah, let's do this. I'm just gonna let. Hi. What the hell are you doing here? Oh crap! Good luck. Sorry, Tangie. And that's our cue. Pardon us. You shouldn't be here. This place is dangerous. Why can't you just stay in the estate and stop sticking your nose where it doesn't belong? What is that ridiculous thing doing in your ears? Are you trying to record my employees? Are you trying to record me? Tabitha snatches the earbuds out of your ears and throws them to the ground. Typical phone-addicted city dweller. Ugh. And I have a meeting in 5 minutes. I can't even drive you back. Okay, look, I don't want you wandering anywhere else. Yeah, Tabitha Scarlet owns the mine. Yeah. Just stay here for an hour. I can take you back to the estate as soon as my meeting wraps up. Can you please do that for me? Yeah, probably. I would say mid 20s, maybe. I'm sorry, Tabitha. What does that even mean? What good is sorry if you do keep doing everything in your power to stress me out? Sorry I disappeared last night, Tabitha. I wouldn't dream of doing anything else to violate your boundaries. What are you gonna do next? Actually kill someone in town? I need to get to my meeting. Just stay here until I come get you and don't move a muscle. Collect you in an hour. Oh, I wasn't able to give you a better warning. You good? I'm good. I'm good. Interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. Hello? A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the bed and disappears over the crest of a hill. I think I just saw Rosalina. Yeah. What's she doing here? We should call Oscar. Sorry, Tabitha. You rush over the hill and get your bearings, the sound of active mining fading into the distance. Rosalina is nowhere to be found, but dusty footprints point towards a nearby mine. She didn't. She did. Guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot this May. The shore mine? After after a collapse that killed over 100 people, and here I thought Stella was going to be the one to drag me into an abandoned coal mine. Have teens always been like this? I feel like I really missed out on my risk-taking years. I never did anything like this. I would never. Okay, maybe I poked my head in there a few times. Well, let's get in there before someone gets hurt. You sure you want to tag along, Neeks? Tangie and I can handle things on our own. Yeah, I'm sure. As much as I hate confined spaces, I'm not about to let Rosalina get hurt in there. Even if it means I have to go underground. Before you follow, you briefly wonder if you should let Tabitha know about this. I'll call her. What is it? You know I'm in a meeting. A kid just snuck into the shore mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do things keep happening to me? Whatever, I'll head over. Just stay where you are and wait for me, alright? God, I don't know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you'll listen. No need to get snarky, I'll wait. Good. You take a deep breath and follow your new friends into the mine. Tabitha will understand. Maybe. The inside of the mine is warmer than you'd expected, the air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall. Well, I'm used to that. Forcing you and your companions to hunch over, your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. Hey, you made it. Told you she would. Just making sure the coast was clear. That's smart. I can imagine what would happen if your cousin caught us down here. We didn't see Rosalina disappear into this hellhole. You wouldn't catch me dead in a place like this. Though, maybe I shouldn't speak too soon. They might catch all of us dead in here. Don't worry, this place hasn't had a major collapse in over 100 years. We'll be fine. Lightning never strikes. Yeah, lightning never strikes twice, but cave collapses can happen multiple times. Matters is the gang's all here. Now we can die together. We'll find Rosalina in no time. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Jesus. And does anyone else's chest feel tight? Yeah, abandoned mines are way more claustrophobic than people expect them to be, and this one's real bad, because of the child miners. Or should I say the miners? Kanika visibly so. Okay, I'm not superstitious, but if there's one way to make sure you get haunted, it's by cracking about jokes about dead child laborers while walking on their graves! What can I say? I do my best to tempt the spirits wherever I go. I believe you'd come down here on purpose. Yeah, it was part of my ghost hunting phase. Jesus, Stella, the things you do for your viewers. Did you find anything? I wish. If any place in Scarlet Hollow was actually haunted, it'd be this mine, hands down. All I just got was dust in my lungs and a couple of false alarms. Oh my god, what was that? The man's gonna collapse and we're all going to die here, aren't we? Stella sighs longingly. That's just how wind sounds down here. You sound so disappointed. Just brings back memories of my last foray into these depths. Every time I thought I'd finally found a spooky ghost, there wound up being a very unghostly explanation. Local wildlife. Stella turns her flashlight up towards an alcove overhead. Those guys got me real good last time I was here alone. My god, there are bats down here. I'm gonna get rabies. I'm gonna get rabies and die in a mine collapse. To be fair, the mine collapse means you don't need to worry about the rabies. You holding up okay, Neeks? Yeah, sorry, I'm just a little on edge. Kanika is stopped mid-sentence by a thunderous echo from deeper within the mine. Okay, what was that? That was... I have no idea what that was. Did that sound like knocking to you guys? We should hurry and find Rosalina. The sooner we get out of here, the better. Okay, no. Tommy knockers are not real. They are not allowed to be real. Are you trying to give me a panic attack? I'd love to spend some extra time poking around down here. Maybe it's got something to do with the mystery. Okay, now that wasn't Tommy knockers. There we are. It's the teenagers. Oh my god, that hair is awful. I like this one. He is cute. I like that aesthetic. What the hell are you all doing in here? What the hell are you doing in here, you creeps? Are you stalking us? Yeah, creeps. I just said that, Alexis. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand... Allow Kanika, they're just teens. Let them have their fun. You hear that, general store lady? Let us have our fun. Rosalina, your dad's worried sick about you. If you ask me, he was right to worry. Why the hell do you think about hanging out in an old mine would be a good idea? Is the Maxwell place not dangerous enough? Because no one usually comes in here, duh. Everyone knows we hang out at the Maxwell place now, so we had to find a new hangout. Which you instantly found, so I guess we have to find an even more secluded place where we can just be ourselves. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you, Rosalina. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. You should at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and he worries about you. He's not asking for much. You kids have school tomorrow anyways. It's fall break. And we're not kids. Yeah, we're teens. There's a... Yeah, yeah. Are those canned strawberry margaritas? Where do you even get those? Most of the teens avoid eye contact. The quiet one at the back just tries to melt into the cabin wall. Oh, I know that isn't you, Miles. That better not be you. Yeah, whatever, it's me. What are you doing here? Becca's right. Sounds to me like you're stalking and harassing and all that. You're supposed to be minding the store. Not like anyone even comes in on Tuesdays. Mom's there, so it's fine. It's not fine. It's extremely not fine. Why do I always have to be the responsible one? Do you know what I would give to be as carefree as you? I left school so you would have a chance to live your life, and this is what you're doing with it? Dad think he could see stealing booze from the family store to dick around in an abandoned mine. Dad's dead, Kanika, but if he were here, he'd be disappointed you wound up being such a bossy jerk. Miles, don't try and twist this around on your sister. If these kids, yeah, if these kids want to make bad decisions, that's on them. They're old enough to deal with the consequences of their actions. They're not going to listen to us anyway. Oh my god, stop talking about us like we're not here. Nice hoodie. Alexis, don't butt in. I'm trying to make a point. My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility and says the only reason they stopped using this tunnel is because there wasn't enough coal left. I thought your dad was a charge hand. No, Alexis. He got promoted last month. And he says it's fine. Correction. Your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning. What? Oh shit. Hey, Tabby. Probably for the best that she's here. Do none of you do none of you understand what a boarded up mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed, condemned, not fit for human use. Oh, come on, this place is way sturdy. Check it out. Oh, was that the knocking we heard earlier? Oh my god, Zane, cut it out. You're embarrassing us. I'm sorry for Zane's behavior. I don't think he realizes how extremely 8th grade it is. Just to jump up and hit things. No offense, Rosalina. None taken. The other grades, 8th graders are totally immature. Unlike you, Rosalina, you're chill and smart too. Enough. The damage is already done. Now leave. Tired of people in this town dragging my cousin headlong into danger. I can't believe I actually agree with Tabitha about anything, but this is the worst place I've ever been in my entire life, and I would like to see the sun again before I die. Oh, come on, you guys. Maybe it's not a big deal. I used to do dangerous stuff all the time. I still do it now. I mean, I don't like this particular situation, what with the whole ditchling thing, but outside of that, who are we to tell them where they can hang out? I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. It is entirely within my rights to tell them to leave. Much like it's entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban from my mind's not a clear enough message for you? Hell yeah, Tabitha, tear the 20 something to shreds. Hey, I'm defending you. And I'm not sad where you get that idea. Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you're running around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. Oh, she's sad, so what? Give it a few years and you'll be sad too. Oh, wait, Tabitha, I'm sorry. So she's sad, so what? Give it a few years, you'll be sad too. The passage of time is inescapable. Look, we just wanted to give Rosalina a good time. Her home life sucks right now. Yeah, tell them about where you have to sleep, Rosalie. We've been living in the library for the past couple of weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. They've got a hot plate and a couple of cots in one of the back rooms. Actually a pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. I don't care about your home life. If you're going to do your underage drinking, go do it in the woods. Just cut off my property. Tabitha. Look, Rosalina, I'm sure Oscar has a good reason for that. He's a good guy. He cares about you. He thinks our house is haunted. Oh, wait, what? And I should care because... Because it's such a bullshit excuse? I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and is lying to you to save face. What a coward. Becca, I don't think you can, like, say that about other people's families. Isn't that, like, bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Becca, he says it's haunted. Can't believe he didn't mention it to me. I could investigate. There's no ghost, Stella. Be cool if there was, but Becca's right. Why don't you just be honest with me and tell me what's really going on? Like he doesn't think I can and handle it, like I'm still a little kid. Ugh, you're all children and none of you realize how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would be pulling 12-hour shifts in this exact mine. If it weren't for child labor laws, the 5 of you might have some actual character. Exactly. Rosalina's not that mature anyway. She still sleeps with stuffed... I still sleep with stuffed animals! Stuffed animals are fucking awesome! I still have pork chop. Rest my case. Wait, what did you say about child labor? Uh, no, not no. They're mostly squishmallows, honestly. Uh, I'm not gonna weigh in on this. This is between you and your dad, and the two of you should talk about it anywhere that isn't here. Yes, and I will, and I keep them clean, and I love them very dearly, and they will love me back. I hope, and it'll be fine. Shouldn't have been. Yeah, if Rosalina's house is haunted, we should break in and like Ghostbust it or something. Sounds pretty rad to me. Whatever gets you delinquents out of my mind. Oh my god, Zane, you can't Ghostbust if there is no ghost. Also, Rosalina lives there. She can't break into her own house. No ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real, and if it isn't, problem solved. No, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house and still sell a Ghostbusters your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There is no ghost. I don't care. I can't believe I wasted this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. You hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung or gets crushed by rocks or meets any one of many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. Wasn't me, I swear. Then what was it? Come on, Stella, didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mine noises? Tommyknockers for sure. I don't know this isn't why we came out here, but we gotta check it out. Stella! I know, but weird stuff's been happening around here the past few days. What if there's a chance to get an actual solid lead? The stakes can be higher. Do you have no sense of self-preservation? I want you out of here, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby. You can come along too. You guys are going after something spooky, count me in. Nobody is going in deeper into the mine. Nobody is staying in the mine. You're all leaving. Please listen to Tabitha before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. It'll not. You hear something over the sound? More mischievous teens. Okay. Uh, you turn to see Becca and Alexis gone and Rosalina anxiously hovering in front of a small tunnel in the cabin wall. Stop arguing, you Don't go in that hole. I'm gonna hang back. You kidding me? What are they? That's a really poor idea. Are we going to? They're going to get nutty puttied, aren't they? They are going to get nutty puttied. Unbelievable. Wow, can I care for you if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever? You would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off, and I've been zoning out the whole time we've been here. Squeeze through that child-sized tunnel. Yeah. I always wondered where that goes. Never been able to get these hips through there. Stella, stop sneaking into my mines! Please, I am literally begging you. You know, the tunnels down here were wide enough for adults. We could already be done with this little nest. But no, there just have to be remnants from a bygone era. Can you just talk about how child labor was the good old days a minute ago? I was trying to get you to leave my mine! Becca shouts back from the other end of the tunnel. We are not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here a million times. Yeah, if Becca says we're safe, we're totally safe. Sorry, Rosalina, I'll see you tomorrow. Whatever. I know a cool spot this way. Okay, I think I know where that tunnel actually rejoins the rest of the mines. I'll go look for them, and I want each of you and every one of you to take note of the fact that I'm doing that. If those idiots get themselves lost and die, I am not letting their families sue me into the ground. Are those really your priorities right now? Yeah, do you have a problem with that? Well, the rest of you out of my mine! Except for you, Tangie. I'm not letting you out of my sight. Sure. I can never fit in that tunnel anyway. They have crossed a barrier that I cannot. My time here is up. But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Whatever, I still have to do my dailies anyway, and the service down here sucks. Right, you girl. You sure you don't want me to come along? Maybe I could get you to help Becca and Alexis leave. Don't make me ask you twice! I'll be fine, Rosalina. I think your dad'll kill me if we let you stay down here any longer. Okay. Can I at least wait outside? Yeah, we can wait outside together. No, you are not about to weasel your way into this, Stella. Come on, Tabby. I've been down here a ton. I can totally help you out. There's no getting rid of you, is there? Fine, I won't waste my time arguing. Let's do this! Okay. Sure, let's not linger any longer than we have to, shall we? And yes, take Gretchen with you. See you on the other side. We won't be long. Go wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow. Tell Alexis I'm sorry. Okay. Kanika, Miles, Zane, and Rosalina head towards the entrance of the mines, leaving you, Tabitha, and Stella to find all the remaining teens. Alright, no dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if they go this way. You and Stella exchange glasses as they venture forward. Deeper into the mine. As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls. Becca, why are we doing this again? I thought you saw Tabitha was like really cool. Why are you trying to get her all mad? We're doing this because Tabitha is really cool. She doesn't let anyone boss her around, so we can't just let her boss us around. Oh, you hear that, Tabby? Someone thinks you're cool. I can't believe she used to hang out with a nobody like Stella. That smirk. Hey! I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. I like that River Runner video. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of a YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? One with fucking integrity! Not yet, but I'm in talks with meat pies. And I make plenty from ads and donations. How does it feel to have a teen girl think you're cool, Tabitha? I feel nothing about it. The opinions of the opinions of children do not interest me. I don't know. You kind of hesitated there. You're reading into things that aren't there, Stella. Just because your livelihood revolves around what people think of you doesn't mean that I care what people think of me. Mood. She is This girl is actually me. She looks like me. She acts like me. Yes, they are. I'm going to call it after this chapter. I think. Congratulations on your sponsor, though. Another knock, closer, interrupts your thoughts, followed by another and another. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? It's not just you. I really don't like that knocking. Calm down, Alexis. It's just mine. Did you see that? No, it was just a shadow. There's no reason to get freaked out. Becca, I swear I saw something. Shut up. There's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me. They'd better get grounded when all this is said and done. As much as I appreciate the sentiment, I hope you're wrong. If they get grounded, it means the people found out about this. I hate dealing with parents. Look on the bright side, Tangie. If they didn't come down here, we'd have missed out on a golden opportunity to get spooked. Tabitha glares at Stella. Keep going. It's a balrog. Tunnel and a century-old ladder is the only way forward. In the darkness beyond, you can still hear echoes of terrifying, their panicked arguing bouncing down pitch-black corridors. Becca, we need to leave. This isn't fun anymore. This is plenty fun. I think you're only saying that because you want to hang out with that dorky crush of yours. She's just an 8th grader. Becca, this isn't about Rosalina. I know you can hear that knocking. Here we are. The tunnel they crawled through crashes through the chamber below, and it sounds like they're still down there. I've never been this far in. Congratulations, Stella. You got what you wanted. Yep, here's that cheek clapping you wanted. Let's do this. Stella, hoist. Follow them down. Hey, kids. Oh, great. The adults are here. Thanks, Alexis. Real nice. Becca, is needing to feel like you're better than other people so important to you that it's worth being buried alive over? What? What are you talking about? Give me a break. The whole time we've been down here, you've done nothing but tear down every single person around you. The only people who do that are people who are afraid of themselves. Leave. Now. Whatever. This isn't fun anymore. We'll leave. Thanks, Tangie. Good job. Can I not do that? There is something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it. You don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest. A desperate need to perceive and be perceived. Hey, you alright, Tangie? Bear witness. What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? Get away from there! Your cousin dies before you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Andrea, are you alright? Oh, thank God, you're alive. Looked like you had a seizure or something, and then you and Tabby just conked out. Fine. Fine. Ugh, you better open your eyes. You're not fine. Neither of you move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourselves while you're still recovering from whatever that was. I'm getting the kids out of here, and then I'm going to get you both some help. I'll be back soon, I promise. Die on me, alright? Okay. You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming, and the visions, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. You can't help but notice the timber struts around you trembling, as if they were being struck by invisible blows with each knock. They're all the sans you and the many tons of rock around your head, and they suddenly seem terribly fragile. Oh, that knocking is not helping my headache. What the hell just happened? Am I the only one who just saw ghosts right now? I mean, maybe they were ghosts. No, I saw them too. There's gotta be fumes or something down here. It's an old mine. These places are death traps. We probably just hallucinated. Let it go. And the only thing right now is that we need to get out of here. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rock fall. Don't know what the hell is up with this knocking, but that is the sound of a mine collapse. Up the ladder. Tabitha, you first. This way, come on. Yes, it's bad. You push your body to move as quickly as you can, though you're slowed down by the cramped corridors and winding passageways of the mine. Then comes the sound of splintering wood. You pick up the pace. The entrance is so close. And there it is. Freedom! You and Tabitha manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Holy shit, you're okay. Thank God. Everyone's accounted for. That was a surprisingly close call. We could have all died in there. What did you weirdos do? Becca, shut up! What are you? I said you should shut up. I'm very sick of your two-faced bullshit. They didn't almost get us killed down there. You did, and now you're trying to pass it off onto whoever else you can. There's a Terry on top of this whole shit. I was really, honestly, if I had the option to leave Becky down there, I would have. Not Becca. Yes, Becca. I'm really not in a good headspace for this conversation. I could have died in there. Why are you doing this to me? Oh shit, I should have been using a lumpy space princess voice for her. No, enough. No playing the victim this time. Being friends with Rosalina has made me realize how horrible you are to me. Friends aren't supposed to be mean to each other. Friends shouldn't be scared of each other. I never wanted to go into that stupid mine. It was your idea. We could have died. If these grown-ups hadn't showed up, we could have been buried alive in that stupid little jungle tunnel drinking stupid strawberry margaritas in a can. Screw all of you! We go after her? No. Let her have the tantrum. I feel good as Alexis. Finally telling her off. She's probably won't talk to me. It's okay, Alexis. We don't need her. What do we do now? I drive you home. I already texted your parents. I'm sure they're worried sick about you. I'm going to get my car. And then we're going home. Abby? I saw something down there. I saw something down there, like the shadows of dead miners. They were right behind Stella just before you all left. Did you not see them? Oh, I didn't see anything other than you in that carving. Super weird. I don't want to doubt what you experienced, but you were deep in a dark abandoned coal mine. You might have just been primed to see things. You know, now that I think about it, that totally fits the profile for some of the Tommyknocker stories. What if they're actual bona fide ghosts? Oh, Stella. Everything that happened around there centered around that main chamber where I saw that carving. Your fun fact is noted. That'll be fun for another one. Everything that happened down there was centered around the main chamber where I saw that carving. Stella showed me a photo. Weird stuff. Maybe you weren't entirely off base about the coal stuff you mentioned earlier today, but that thing felt old. There was a stone carving on the wall of that pit. It gave me some sort of vision. I saw what happened to this place. Are you sure it wasn't just auto-suggestion? We talked about that mine a lot today. No, Nix, you went down there. Tangie and Tabby had like simultaneous seizures next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. That doesn't mean it wasn't auto-suggestion. Looks like Tabby. Come on, back to the estate. It's been a long day and I need it to be over. I'll see you tomorrow, okay, Tangie? Excuse me, Stop trying to get my cousin killed, Stella. Come on, let's go. I'll text you when we're back. Sorry about today. It's fine. How are you holding up? I've been better. At least everyone's okay. There are a lot of parents who should have kept tighter reins on their kids. Never got into any trouble like this when I was a teen, and I have Pearl Ann to thank for it. Hated it at the time, but that strictness paid off. What am I telling you this for? You can tell me stuff. I'd like to know more about you. And about Pearl Ann, for that matter. Maybe later this week. I don't have the energy to get into it right now, but I think I'd like that. You're right. There are a lot of adults who should have done a better job tonight. Exactly. People who aren't ready to be parents shouldn't be parents, and clearly there are some parents who aren't ready. Take Oscar. There are tons of people more qualified to be parents than by parents who there are tons of people more qualified to be parents who can't even concede, and here he is, having a kid at 19 and clearly just letting her do whatever the hell she wants. Not fair. Do you want kids? It's like that struck a nerve. Lots of people want kids. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, but at least nobody got hurt. I'm going to bed and I suggest you do the same. Thanks for calling me about those kids, by the way. It was unexpected. You could have... should have waited for me. I'm too tired to argue. I'll see you in the morning. Collapse into Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the shore mine, you barely even noticed the dust. Yo, these are those things, right? I saw them again too. What the fuck? fuck? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. Guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse. No way I'm sleeping tonight. The adrenaline from this evening is wearing off, replaced by a creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes even as you stare down at the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread balling in your stomach, you would feel almost comfortable as you settle down between the covers, your tired bones sneaking into the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, you see the shadowy figures that gathered behind Stella in the mines. Your thoughts are drawn to the carving on the wall and to the visions it imparted upon you. Your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. That's the cat. It's always the cat. Hi, Frou-Frou. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease and you finally slip into a deep sleep. I don't like that. Okay. Okay. That is 2 episodes of this. I am enjoying this story. Um well yeah. I Yeah, no problem. No problem. I will I know I always say try to do a stream on Tuesday or something a little more exciting. Um we'll see. We'll see. 2 episodes in one go and only 1 death so far, and it was a creepy old dude who, the life lost is a tragedy in any case, but if it's 1 creepy old dude or 5 or 6 kids, I'm glad I saved the kids. Yeah. I will continue. Yeah. Okay. And I will do 2 more episodes of this probably some other time. And yeah, so yeah. Thank you guys for stopping in, and hope to see you again.